Gotta cut that desktop audio so I don't get copyright striked here. There we go. There we go. We got a game cast going on too. Oh, I've got coffee. Beautiful. Now we gonna get a dab. John Harbaugh, 143 and 93, has 15 seasons as the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. And as we've talked about several times, we feel like the Baltimore Ravens are getting a little complacent, just like under Brian Billick, I feel like. Kickoff here, short. Duvernay going to have a return on the chance. Or Justice Hill, my apologies. Duvernay's on IR. Of course, Isabella, the second-round wide receiver traded from Arizona, being elevated from the practice squad today. First snap of the game, 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff Dobbins. Good run blocking. Great run by Dobbins, and that's going to be a first down on the first play of the game. There, lies. They're saying Mark Andrews deserves the Pro Bowl and how good he is. He has been non-existent in the past few games. And it's not based on coverage. It's him giving away routes and play action. Oh, a horrible ball from Huntley. They were trying to do a wide receiver screen, it looks like, to the outside with Sammy Watkins and Andrews. I don't like the play design with only a double stack. Both DBs look like they were out there on the play. Don't agree with that call. And again, they're trying to force the ball to Mark. Mark's not good enough to get open on his own, so unless it's a zone coverage where he's just sitting down in a hole. And I don't agree with this shit. Excuse my language. Excuse me. Oh my god. Third down and 6. Pass. Hill dives for the first down, and they're going to mark him significantly short, 2 to 3 yards short of the first down. Punting unit headed out. Great ball by Huntley, but maybe drive it into his chest a little more. We're trying to get good punt by Stout. Looks like out at the 11. King B. Agreed, King B. It has been literally atrocious. The use, like case in point, you see Greg Roman using these stack formations, But when you actually watch the route combos, none of them really complement each other, or they're so rudimentary and basic that they can read it all day. And I don't know if you've seen my other videos. I've been very critical of Mark Andrews. I feel like, don't get me wrong. I understand on certain releases you go outside, inside release for placement. But like case in point, he was some of his corner routes where he's less in the zone coverage. I feel like he tips his hand on the route way too much, rounding the route as well. And you're right. So I made this point earlier in one of my other videos, King B, where to play that Super Bowl level football, let's look back at the Chiefs-Bills shootout. That was two offenses, great design, executing at great levels. We don't have the good design, and we're not executing. Like it's a 2-level failure on us here, and we're on a commercial break. I'm trying to get my YouTube video. I noticed some of my stuff's not working, my widget, so I was trying to. Yeah, yeah, but at the same time, like I said, we're not behind the scene, and like case in point, there was I think with the last game, I was calling him out on a route, and I went back, of course, watched my tape, and I was like, you know what? That's not him tipping his route. That's him technically trying to use the stack formation a little better. But my God, the amount of curls that we still run, I swear we have Cam Cameron as our offensive coordinator. The amount of curls we run. The only difference, Greg Roman has taught his players to curl and then work to the out, basically. And we actually saw last game, someone got a reception. Who was it? Oh my gosh. Was it Deshaun Jackson? It was either Deshaun or or Demarcus Robinson, and Mark Andrews was eyeballing them as they went out of bounds, and even after the play, like kind of like giving that look like you weren't supposed to be there. And as I did the replay, you could see Mark at like jump like he was going for the catch, not even close to the ball. You know. Ugh. Yep. And then Mark Andrews, everyone knows, everyone in the NFL knows what's Mark Andrews' favorite route: corner and a long cross over the middle, basically a deep long cross. Those like it is so predictable now that it's ridiculous. I feel like we only run 3 routes in our playbook: curl, corner, and like barely even slants. Like I don't even know, man. It's frustrating. I'm excited though. I've been looking forward to seeing Desmond Ridder. He did not look good last week, but first and 10 here for the Atlanta Falcons. 13:02 on the clock. Baltimore looking to abuse the rookie. I love these uniforms, that black and purple. Jet sweep, 17 of the Falcons, gets around the edge, and that's going to be a gain of about 7 or 8 on the play by the Falcons. I don't know. I've got so many complaints with the coaching staff of the Baltimore Ravens. The only man that gets a pass in my eyes is Mac McDonald. Because it's his first year as a D coordinator in the NFL, that is. I really think he was hoping for that Stanford job. 2nd and 2 here for the Atlanta Falcons. Motion on the play. Looks like a dive coming. We got a run going right by the Falcons, and great defense there. 96, Broderick Washington, yes, sorry, on the play. Queen also coming up flying on the play. Can we talk about Madubuike and Washington? Like, I thought Madubuike was going to have that step up last year, but Broderick Washington from camp on has played lights out. My lighting is horrible today. 3rd and 2 here. Big 3rd down for the Baltimore Ravens. Got an alert. Got a possibly an audible coming from Desmond Ridder. Quarterback sneaking. Oh! It looks like the ball came out potentially on that. No way he's got that. No way. Ref looks like he's pulling him up short. And we're waiting for the official placement. That's going to be a 4th down. And see, I don't know how big of a Ravens fan you are, but if you follow Tony Lombardi of Russell Street Report, I tried to get Tony Lombardi to come on and do my draft cover specials, or any of his writers to come with me, but no one came. But earlier in the season, I'd spoken in the comments and I kept telling everyone, guys, calm down about this defense. Calm down. Yes, it's bad, but it's going to get better. The cornerbacks are going to get their wins underneath them. We're going to get Tyus Bowser back. We're going to get David Ojabo back. Don't worry, guys. We're going to be okay. And I literally was called a crack smoker for saying that the Ravens defense was going to be better after halftime year. James Prochet on the return gets the ball up about 49. Yeah, I was literally told to stop smoking crack when I said the Baltimore's Ravens defense would be better after the second half of the season, barring, of course, injuries. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. You came in at the prime time. I was born in Baltimore, basically. I grew up in South Carolina, though, but I've always been a Ravens fan, and it wasn't until like high school I got more interested in actually playing football that, of course, I became more of an actual football fan. But I mean, I'm always happy to see Raven fans in here. My YouTube view count's not working today, so I can't keep track of how many people are on my channel or anything. And I'm slowly trying to get this off the ground because I don't know. I just feel like a lot of times I'm, not just me, but a lot of fans are right on a lot of these things. And see, I don't know how many of my videos you've seen, but one of my biggest critiques of John Harbaugh is this. I have a lot of management experience, business consultation and performance management. Let me tell you this. If you have a manager, and I'm going to make a metaphor here. If you have a GM, a store manager, for example, John Harbaugh, and constantly your shift managers are not being promoted to other management positions, or leaving the store for better opportunities, but they're just constantly, you're burning through shift managers left and right. And on top of that, they're leaving for kind of worse conditions because they're not being successful with you. I'm going to tell you as a leader, you need to take a deep moment of self-reflection and think, why are my managers, why are my other leaders that I'm fostering not succeeding? While, of course, there can be a long slew of issues, a leader is responsible for everything their team does and fails to do. And I feel like John Harbaugh's never gotten the fire for all the bad coaching decisions he's made. A lot of people don't know this. Like, Jake Cutler went through 6 offensive coordinators in his time with the Bears. And people were often very critical of that. Joe Flacco went through 5 coordinators in 5 years. But no one wanted to talk about that. Yeah, I'm so conflicted too. Let me ask you, King, since I got you in here. If anyone else is in here, I'd love to hear your answers on this. Of course, I want to make the playoffs. I've said this on the channel before. I want to win the Super Bowl so badly for Calais Campbell more than anything. That man deserves a Super Bowl ring. And I feel bad. He's given his heart and soul to Baltimore since he's came from Jacksonville. I want the Super Bowl literally just for Calais. But at the same time, can you really call for the firing of Harbaugh and Roman after you win a Super Bowl? It's like that meme with the 2 buttons. Which one do you press? Oh! That's the little definition of cognitive dissonance. You want one thing, but also you want the other. Because we can't fire Greg Roman. I think I'm a play behind here. Sorry. I've noticed my stream is about 60 seconds usually behind, and it's even sometimes behind the Gamecast. But I try to put the Gamecast up there to get more viewers in here. 1st and 10 here for Baltimore. 10:43 on the clock. Motion right by Ricard. Shotgun set. Drop back. Time for Huntley. Rolling right. Oh, we got a pass. Going deep. Sammy Watkins with space. Woo! Huge play by the Baltimore Ravens. And Sammy Watkins on a broken play. Good rollout drill there. Yep. Sammy saw. He's already at the sideline. He's already got a guy shorter, deeper than him. So there's no point in coming back. At that point, you turn up field. Huntley with these. All right. Can I say right now, I'm already done with these tight end screens to Mark Andrews in a 2-stack formation. No. Bad, bad, bad. Mark Andrews should not be in the Pro Bowl this year. I'm going to be honest with you. As someone who played tight end, I started as a wide receiver and moved to tight end, played a little bit of linebacker and safety as well. I played up to semi-pro, and I've walked on to colleges. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a huge fan of Mark Andrews' game. Most of his big games in yardage come in either broken plays or zone coverages because there's so many eyes on Lamar. Motion left here. We got play action sweep. All right. Again, I don't want to see Huntley running the ball either. I do, especially up the middle. I do not want to see any QB design runs. Oh man, we're gonna end in a field goal. Are you serious right now? And let's talk about this. A third and goal coming up here. Screw Greg Roman. They're close up on him there, giving them middle fingers off camera. So they started after the big play. Tight end screen, pass. Quarterback design run up the middle. 3rd and 10, pressure. Huntley rolling right. There's a spy, though, and he's going to come up short about 3 yards. And as we know, thanks to King B, we're taking a field goal. So we've been running pretty well, have we not, with our running backs? Has J.K. Dobbins not looked pretty good so far? Like, hold on, let me see if I can get the official stats here. I see Mark Andrews, for me, what it is, he has number 1 tight end in the NFL ceiling, in my opinion. But then, so 2 years ago, PFF did not correctly stat him with drops. Mark Andrews' drops 2 years ago was so bad, and I was so critical of him for it. Now, he shut me up. The next year, he cut those drops like in half. And I was like, okay, I can't really argue about Mark Andrews. But this year, again, I'm seeing like a 50-50 from him. And I've shown on my Ravens breakdown, very beginning of the season, in the Miami game, his blocking, subpar. He like just goes, oh, the play's not really at me, and gives up on the play. At least on the block, when he could have nailed a second-level person and sprung the halfback. And that's ridiculous. And let me see if I have it here. So normally I keep pages of notes, basically, of... Actually, I have the other ones somewhere else. But I keep pages of notes. And if you'll find a very common trend, in the first half of the game, we throw the ball way too much. Our run game might even out towards the end of the game, but no. I hate to say it, I'm a big fan of the offense that got us to the Super Bowl back in, 2012, 2013 with Cam Cameron. A vertical power scheme, basically. I love power running. I'm going to tell you right there, if I ever coach football, I do not care. I'm coming out the very first play of every game. Do not care. I'm running the ball. Because it's not just about getting your run game established. It's about setting a tone and mentality that this is going to be a long day for the defense. It's about truly setting up. And like the thing is, what kills me too is I see no use. If I had the offensive staff of Greg Roman, I'm going to tell you right now. So true run game is exposing defensive linemen, going from stretch to inside power, and basically, okay, I'm going to run that D in outside, because I don't think he's conditioned enough. I'm going to run it outside to his side several times, and they sub him out. Then when his backup comes in, I'm either going opposite way or I'm going power right at him and picking apart the defense. And I just don't see that in Greg Roman's play calling style. Literally, it's like he's trying to troll us. And it's, again, one of those ones, I kind of like the hire at first, but it was quickly, I was like, nah, this isn't it. And they keep saying that they're bringing in, we brought in Higgins, Higgins is correct, the last name, and Williams, our 2 wide receiver coaches and passing game specialists. I actually like those hires a little bit, but I have seen no fruits of that. None at all. And it's also why I'm a critic of Harbaugh, and I want our next head coach to be an offensive-minded coach, because I'm a big believer that if you don't have that, you'll never have consistency in your offense. Man, my lighting just went to But, and that's the problem with Harbaugh. Harbaugh was a special teams coordinator. There is no Harbaugh's offense. There is no Harbaugh's defense. And in my opinion, other than the safety punt that we did, was it the Super Bowl or the playoff run? Basically, either way, that's the only good like play clock management I've ever seen out of him. But who am I, right? Who am I? I like to say I am lower than an armchair quarterback sitting here. So King B, I got you here. I love all the man, your game is so much further ahead of me. Wow. I'm still on kickoff, bro. What? I'm gonna have to see. Like I said, on my stream, they just kicked it off. Like, oh, that's a good kick return though. Oh, yep. Man, that Kyle Fuller injury at the beginning of the year too, so critical. Can you imagine if we had also had Kyle Fuller healthy all season, bro? And we really missed Marcus Williams. Don't be wrong. Geno Stone played very great as a backup. But of course he had tons of tackles. But that's because, in my opinion, he was always like 1.5 steps late on his rotation over. Whereas Marcus Williams is fast enough. Ooh, Ritter with a little quarterback draw. Oh, you're good, man. All right, we got a game update. Panthers up 7-0, but Jared Goff play action rollout got a touchdown. All tied up at the Carolina and Detroit. Whew. Like I said, you're good, my guy. You're good. I'll wait for my trade proposal till Ritter looking left. Great coverage by the rookie Kyle Hamilton out of Notre Dame. And that's another one, bro. So, again, beginning of the season, people were calling out Kyle Hamilton. Like, don't get me wrong, I was too. After that Miami game, I have 2 videos talking about his breakdown and coverage. Like, don't get me wrong, I was critical of him. But at the same time, he's a rookie. So in the groups, I was like, hey guys, he's a rookie. And I was like, if you actually go back and look at Ed Reed's tape at the beginning of his rookie season, he didn't have no stats. I was like, and then towards the end of the year, he started putting it together. And I was like, don't get me wrong, I'm not making any comparison of Kyle Hamilton to Ed Reed. They're not even close to similar players. But safety kind of takes a minute in the NFL. Ritter, under pressure, having to roll. Tyus Bowser, bravo, by the way. Tyus Bowser with the pressure on the play and forcing Ritter to roll out. Let's go. Oh, Merry Christmas Eve, by the way, too, King Eve. So actually, I don't know if you saw King B. I did a video on what is Lamar worth. So if you look at the numbers, and it's hard, Lamar is the hardest quarterback in the NFL to judge. And we got 4th and 16 here. Sorry, punt coming up for the Atlanta Falcons. Hold on, I'll wait for the. I'm sure they're gonna give me a commercial break here. Let's see if we can run the ball for once. Okay. So regarding the Lamar Jackson contract, like I said, I did a video on that recently. Lamar Jackson is the hardest quarterback in the NFL to evaluate. Let's start that right there. Because his ability to run, there's no quarterback in the NFL that has even close to that same skill level and skill set. So it makes him really hard to judge. Now, with that though, like I say in the video, let's take that away. While it's hard to, he's a quarterback. I'm the most adamant defender. Lamar Jackson is not a running back. Screw all those haters. They just haters. He's a quarterback, and I've always defended him for that. So I have to evaluate him as a quarterback. So let's take away all the running stats, because I like a quarterback that I wish we didn't like the Bills offense. We didn't design as many quarterback runs. I feel like Lamar would benefit from having his eyes up a little more and being able to look more and not having to do so many RPOs and design quarterback runs. But with that being said, he's not trending well right now. His first few years, he played MVP level football, and all his stats show that. We've seen a decrease. Now, again, this becomes hard to evaluate because you have Greg Roman in there as well. And I don't know a single Baltimore fan that's going to vouch for Greg Roman. So if you're going to, be honest and rational, you have to take that into the calculation. Has Lamar been really given the opportunity? Personnel-wise, I think we have. And I tell people this all the time for Harbaugh. It's easy to look like a good head coach when you have Hall of Fame front office and GMs drafting. And if you actually evaluate game day roster decisions, free agents, and coaching decisions, Harbaugh's not doing well. And you're absolutely right. Basically, Greg Roman, like you mentioned earlier, is lazy. Half the offense, and the analysts have called this out too, it's more like the offense is, hey, Lamar, make something happen. So I agree with a lot of the analysts that the offense has never been fair to Lamar, in my opinion. I think the drafting has been good, but I think Harbaugh, like case in point, I was a very vocal critic that we should not have been keeping, we shouldn't have brought in Michael Davis. I really didn't agree with Kenyon Drake, but I understand because of injuries a little bit. But I would have liked to have seen those roster spots used on those undrafted rookie free agent wide receivers that we saw excelling in camp that had good chemistry with Lamar. And I talk about this quite a bit. And again, people call me crazy. If you go back and analyze the roster of the Louisville Cardinals, the 3 years Lamar Jackson was there, almost 80%, like, dude, I'm telling you, like, one year was like 16 out of 18 wide receivers on that giant, like, 100-plus roster were above 6 foot. Lamar, due to some of his problems with his footwork and mechanics and consistency, it leads to about a 20% difference in consistent accuracy, especially on the short balls. This is made up a lot of times by bigger wide receivers. And as we saw, Lamar destroyed people where, because he has such a beautiful lofted deep ball that I'm telling you, as someone who's 6'3", I was 6'3", 230. I love seeing Lamar's deep balls because you can make a play on them. All right, sorry. 1st and 10 here. Huntley making an adjustment. I'm about to check what you guys said here in a second. Handoff here. Gus Edwards up the middle. Look at that running. And see, I love Mark Ingram, but I was beating the table for Gus Edwards to be our starter so long ago because I love power running. Good run there. Let's see. I feel like if he comes back next week and we beat the Steelers, Bengals, then we would. Yep. Dude, as long as we get in and Lamar's healthy and we get in, all's good, man. All's good. Oh, man, a 3 and out. Dude, that's how I felt for years with this offense. Greg Roman's refusal to run the ball. Let's see here. Now we got a good run. Gus Edwards with a huge run. All right, that's 2 good runs. So let me guess. I'm going to guess right now. We just ran the ball really well, like 7 yards each. We're probably about to pass the ball 3 times in a row. I already feel it. Like, and they're talking about how Mark Andrews supports John Harbaugh. All right, Ricard in motion here. 1st and 10 for the Baltimore Ravens. Handoff left. It's the same exact play they just ran. Why, basically? That's the same gap you just ran to. Like, I get it sometimes. Fix it if it ain't broke, but that's more of a mentality late for me. Like, bad play call. Bad play. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. They're going to block our field goal. I got to stop looking. Oh my God. 2nd and 11 for the Baltimore Ravens. Oh, we know we're seeing pass here. Oh, yeah. Also, fun fact. Isaiah Likely, of course, CCU alum we drafted. I went to CCU myself. Oh, Huntley. That was not a bad pass, but got to put it deeper and farther, but that wind probably killed it. But CCU was actually the first football team I walked onto post-high school, so. And it was funny, at the time, they said we got too many tight ends on roster, and I'm telling you, this is like, God, how long ago now? Like 20 years ago almost? Like, no. 12 years ago. 12 years ago. They told me that it was the year they opened up at Penn State, actually. And they told me that they had too many tight ends on roster, and then all their tight ends blew out their ACLs. But I also grew up playing with Hunter Renfrow, though, the wide receiver for the Oakland Raiders. We both grew up in the Sockesty area. Isaiah Likely, CCU. Yep. And I called it. So Greg Roman ran to the same gap he just ran to on 1st and 10. Of course, it got blown up. Pass deep, pass intermediate. With a backup quarterback throwing into the wind, like they're talking about here, he's kicking into the wind. So we're throwing into the wind. Fire Greg Roman. But I mean, it's too late to the playoffs to do it now. Like, and like I said, can you fire Greg Roman? So, King B, let me throw this out to you. We both hate Greg Roman, but we both want to win the Super. Oh my God, the blocked field goal. Oh my God, that blocked field goal. Second straight week with a blocked field goal. Mind you, they're talking about our special teams coordinator being a head coach. He's the sneak candidate for head coach. He just had 2 field goals blocked in a week. That's not a head coach worthy special. And I'm such a critic of special teams coordinators becoming head coaches. I think special teams coordinators should be like your 6th man in the NBA. Like your offensive coordinator and your defensive coordinator are your starters, and your special teams is your backup. So if your offensive coordinator or your defensive coordinator leaves, your special teams coordinator should move over. Like, but what do I know though? What do I know about leadership and hiring? And see, that's ridiculous how many times we're throwing the ball right now, too. But so, okay, scenario. Well, I got a commercial break here, King B. So, what if Lamar comes back, we make the playoffs, right? We're in the playoffs. Greg Roman is atrocious. But we go on a Super Bowl like Flacco, Mile High Miracle, just crazy broken plays, and somehow we make it a Super Bowl and win. You can't fire Greg Roman if you go to the Super Bowl, though. So, and that's what's killing me is like we're refusing to run the ball. I'm trying to get my stats up, but like NFL app sucks. Come on, Ravens, Falcons. I don't want to watch the game. I want the stats. Why do you suck, NFL? NFL is literally going to make me go to ESPN to get stats on the game right now. Like, because I want to make my point here with our average rush. Because I don't know what it is, but by eyeball test, I'm going to say we're averaging 5 yards a carry right now. Like, we need to win and Dolphins to lose and we clinch playoff. Hey, as long as we can clinch a playoff spot, I'm cool with that. But I don't want the last seed. I don't want to catch like the Chiefs first round. Or actually, it would be the Bills, I think. All right, pulling up Ravens-Falcons game here. Team stats. Let me see. So Baltimore, 13 plays. 6 passes, rushing. Yeah, we're averaging right now as a team 5.9 yards per rush, meaning technically by the stats, every 3 downs you'll average over 16 yards basically if you just rush the ball. You've only had 1 bad run play, basically, and it's because you went to the same gap you just went to. Like, it was a bad play call. Like, just... And can we talk about, too, how late Greg Roman gets these play calls in and how he just... Too many substitutions early in the game. Like, these first plays, if there are going to be so many substitutions, should be so scripted. Like formation-wise, and your assistant coaches on the sideline to help you get those formation players in, like, oh. But yeah, do you want a Super Bowl and you got to keep Greg Roman? Let's watch the block here. Yep. Wow. All right. 1st and 10 here for the Atlanta Falcons on the Falcons 40. 3:43 left in the first. Motion man number 35 for the Falcons to the slot. Motioning him back so we have an orbit. Handoff going right for the Falcons. Jason Pierre-Paul first makes him come back inside, and a good tackle. Brent Urban, I think that was Broderick Washington on the play. Oh, and I'm going to give you another sad thing, King B, you probably haven't thought about. And I guarantee you they're probably going to start. So, Justin Tucker is the most accurate kicker in NFL history. He's been with us for a long enough time that if he retired, he'd probably be happy. Do you think Justin wants to retire as the most accurate kicker in NFL history? I think he will want to. And at what point does he go, you know what, guys, it's been really good. Like, oh, a good run by Algier of the Atlanta Falcons. Hurdles a man. That's going to be a first down for the Atlanta Falcons. But, so I'm worried as a Ravens fan that Tucker might start thinking about retiring soon. You know, does he want to kick for 15 years and not retire as the most accurate NFL kicker just because, you know, stat-wise, you start missing one or two, like, and I don't know how many more he can miss, you know, basically, without making more. I'd love to know that number so I could break down that stat line. 1st and 10, Ritter under center. Fullback in motion, handoff. Oh! And Travis Jones, the Yukon man, number 98, penetrates in the backfield early. Great job. I've seen, actually, I think he was on the play with Jason Pierre-Paul, actually, on that last stop. So 33, so maybe on 4 to 5 seasons. See, and that's the thing. He's not terribly old. And what has he got? Like 9 NFL seasons, maybe? I'm so bad on that one. But so the question is, like I said, it's not about how old he is per se. It's more about, you know, bragging rights and Hall of Fame. He's done it, you know, like if he retired, ooh, good coverage by Marlon Humphrey on the corner out there, Drake London. But you know what I mean? So, you know, if like case in point, if he played one more year, a 10-year career is a good career in the NFL. I mean, kickers go usually like 15, but 10 to 12 is a good career in the NFL. And personally, if you were a kicker and you like started noticing maybe your game was declining or, you know, just whatever, you're getting older in general. Would you rather retire and go out as number one best all time or play a little longer, make a little tiny bit more money? Roquan Smith, we got Ritter rolling out, and that's going to be a gain of, looks like 5. It's going to be 4th and 5. Punt team hopefully coming out. But King B told me they're going for it on 4th and 5, so I can't believe they're going for it. So again, it's not about his age. It's about whether money, basically, and of course he's probably got a lot of stuff he could see. He could probably be an ESPN analyst, honestly, with his charisma and persona. You know, the opera singing. I'm sure ESPN or Fox or someone would offer him a big contract to be a commentator, honestly, for the games. You know, maybe he goes the Pat McAfee route, opens a podcast. He has got options, and as a kicker, the money, you know, it's not like you're a wide receiver. Oh, good pressure. Ritter going deep. And, man, that ball died in the air. That wind's got to be awful today. That ball died. Chuck Clark comes from the safety position. Ooh, Chuck Clark almost got the ball. NFL kicker accuracy. All right, I'm trying to get some stats on the Tucker thing. It's something actually that crossed my mind one day when I was doing a video, and I brought it up, and I was like, oh my God, dude, that would be like devastating for Baltimore. Like when Matt Stover retired. I don't know if you remember Matt Stover. Yeah, you should actually. I think Matt Stover was with the team till not like, what was it? We were made 96. He was with us like 15 years. So here's a good number to know. Justin Tucker right now is 90.56 all time in kicking. The next under him is 88.525. So I'm telling you, when he starts getting closer, if he starts missing some, if he starts getting closer, I'm telling you, he's going to retire. So he can go out as the most accurate kicker in NFL history permanently, basically, until someone beats him. That's just my personal belief, but like, I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I am. And we're on commercial break. But let's go back to Lamar Jackson, actually. So Lamar, looking at numbers, a lot of these young quarterbacks that are about to get extensions, Tua, Jalen, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, I'm forgetting a few others, are supposedly looking at averaging about $46 million a year, signing 5 to 6 year deals, most of them 6-year deals. Of course, Josh Allen signed, I think, 6 to 7, and Patrick Mahomes signed 10. The problem is, and I've got a weird, and I'll first person admit this. This is like conspiracy theory realm, so please don't take this seriously. I almost feel like the contract given to Deshaun Watson by the owner of the Browns was nothing more than a ploy to try to destroy the quarterback market, because we all knew, like case point Lamar, Justin, all these young quarterbacks are about to get their new contracts, and Russell Wilson and Josh Allen were also part of that mix prior, of course. But with that being said, that the Deshaun Watson guaranteed money has been mentioned in every talk of every contract that's come up since. And of course, we found out later, just like a month or two ago, that Deshaun was caught doing like 50 miles over the speed limit over the summer, and it just got released. But so I said in a video a while back, I feel like the Browns have something else on Deshaun Watson that will basically negate his contract under personal conduct policy, which is allowed. And by doing that, they destroy the quarterback market, including their division rival potentially, while also basically voiding that giant deal, no guaranteed money, and freeing up all their cap space. And basically, and I pitched it actually in a previous video, because there's a huge chance that the offensive coordinator for the Packers might be on the move as a head coach. And of course, Aaron Rodgers might move after the year despite the contract. I made the joke, what if Aaron Rodgers landed in Cleveland? Ooh, I'm not going to lie, that's a little scary. Yeah. And that's crazy, man. Your game is so far ahead. I'm just getting back to this 2nd and 5. But can you imagine Aaron Rodgers, as the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns right now? All right, 2nd and 5. Huntley in a shotgun formation here. Play action. Why are we going for a pass? Why are we throwing it deep? Josh Oliver. Also, can we talk about the growth of Josh Oliver and how good he's actually been this year? I will say this. I think Josh Oliver has played better than Mark Andrews this year. I don't care what the numbers, like the yards, because like I said, a lot of his yards come on zone coverages where he just sits down in the zone. But Josh Oliver has made some great catches this year. Let me guess. We're going to, empty set, shotgun, going deep again. Andrews got him, though. What was up with that? That looked like a cover 3 zone. That was such bad coverage by the DB. Let's watch it here. That's one-on-one coverage. Here we go. Let's watch it. Outside release. Wow. How are you going to, as a corner, AJ Terrell, let any tight end run around you? That is such bad. Young DBs, take note. That is not how you play press coverage. Wow. I mean, that was a good catch, though, by Mark Andrews. Good ball placement by Huntley, more than anything. Andrews just ran around him, to be honest with you. See, and you can tell Mark's been yelling at the offense because the past few games he hasn't been getting the ball. I don't think he's had a touchdown since like what, week 2? But let's see. Huntley short to Oliver. Bro, this passing stuff's killing me though. Third and 4 here. Another pass coming for Baltimore. Oh! Swing pass to Dobbins, who was never expecting the pass. Stared down by Huntley. Ooh, rip Chimera for the pick. It's all right. My Ravens forgot how to run the ball despite averaging like 5.7 yards per carry. We forgot how to throw the ball. Ugh. Tucker coming out for the field goal. But so going back to Lamar thing. So by reviewing the numbers and everything, Lamar worth more than $30 million, which is what like Matt Ryan's getting this year. Absolutely. Absolutely above 30. If you look at the contract, supposedly, allegedly to ESPN, Lamar Jackson turned down a 5-year, $250 million deal with like 100-something million, but basically about a little more than 50%, about 50% guaranteed. If that's so, that's an average of $50 million per year on a shorter deal than most quarterbacks with more guaranteed money than most quarterbacks, but just not Deshaun Watson money. If that's true, I'm kind of angry at Lamar. That was honestly way more money than I think he's worth. I think Lamar is right around worth that. So a lot of these young franchise quarterbacks are going to get about $46 million. Josh Allen signing early is actually going to be paid less than probably Tua, Jalen, Justin Herbert, in like 2 years, Trevor Lawrence. Like Josh Allen's going to be making less than a lot of these other quarterbacks. I think Josh Allen's making about 40 to 43 million average per year right now. And like I said, majority of these guys, and see, that's also the thing, Jay, like they're expecting a lot of these young quarterbacks are going to be 6-year deals, while Lamar was taking a 5-year deal. So, of course, it puts us in a worse cap situation. And Lamar is looking at what Kirk Cousins did with the franchise tag because it's really good money-wise. Because we've seen Deshaun Watson didn't play for a year. Even if you don't play for a year, if you have that elite talent like Lamar Jackson could get injured on a franchise tag, get all his money, sit for a full year, and still probably go sign a 4 or 5 year mega deal somewhere else, if the Ravens didn't decide to keep him. So Lamar's probably playing that game, in my opinion, at this point, which I hate because it is so bad for the cap. Like, so bad for the cap situation. And Baltimore's already not in a great place. We've done a really good job managing our cap. So in my opinion, Lamar Jackson's around that $40 million. I would pay Lamar around $40 million. A lot of these younger quarterbacks, if you look at passer rating and completion percentage, Lamar Jackson's completion percentage has not been that great. It's been declining. And actually, and I've been trying to get my video ready for it. Lamar's short passing game completion percentage doesn't tell the story because Mark Andrews just said something there right before the break. He's trying to watch Travis Kelce get more yards after catch. Lamar's placement sometimes on short throws is really bad, and it's due to inconsistent mechanics, and so he sometimes doesn't give. I'm gonna tell you, and I've said this on stream. Chimera can back me up. As someone who played tight end wide receiver, if I'm constantly crossing over the middle and I have to catch the ball on back shoulder or on my hip, and you're not like protecting me from like about to get leveled, we're going to have a talk in the huddle because You should be able to go from here to here, basically, or vice versa. The lead shoulder, so I can continue my run after catch. And we've seen that a lot with Lamar. Huntley actually does a little bit better job. And I expect that out of a franchise quarterback. And like there's some games like you'll see Lamar putting swing passes, easy passes in the dirt. I expect franchise quarterbacks to be able to hit those throws. Ooh, really short kick here at the 20. Merry Christmas, man, Brown. Merry Christmas to you too, Chimera. Pinned at the 1, 3rd and out. Pathetic offense. Ooh. Flock! Meet me at the bank. Pull out some Mark Ingram. Meet me at the bank. Go psycho. Yeah, we were talking about it, Brown. The cognitive dissonance we're having right now. Because, of course, we want to go win the Super Bowl, right? But if you go to the Super Bowl, you can't fire Greg Roman. The internal cognitive dissonance begins. It's like that meme. Which button do you press? Win the Super Bowl because that's the goal and you want Calais Campbell to win one. Ugh. Win the Super Bowl, Greg Roman keeps his job. Ugh. And that's the thing. So I put this situation out there. And that's the thing. I don't want Lamar to run the ball. I want Lamar to run the ball if he's got the huge opportunity. So I don't mind giving Lamar, I didn't even mind the $120 million they offered him. But a fully guaranteed contract? Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. So, and I put this out there. Ritter rolling right on the play. Ooh, a good comeback route right there. I used to love running that route as a tight end, honestly. It's always designed, usually the comeback route is always designed with a roll right by the quarterback. Like I'm telling you, as a DB, you see them rolling right, and there looks like they're run and go. Be ready to pump that brake for a 13-yard comeback. The route is ran as 13 yards deep, and you come back to 10, basically. So you should always turn, see the fucking first down marker, and run to it. It's such an easy throw for the quarterback to every time, basically. As long as there's not a robber underneath, it's automatic catch. Handoff right here. But see, Chimera, if you don't know this, he's still under contract, meaning either the Saints would have to goodwill let him go, or it's going to take a draft pick, and Baltimore's not giving that draft pick for him. Vic Financio, they're talking about he's building his coaching staff too. So Sean Payton knows where he's going already. It hasn't been announced, but he knows where he's going. I would love to see the offense that he designs for him, though. I'm not going to lie about that. Oh, King's ahead. I gotta turn away from chat here. But so King, and everyone else in chat, let me throw this out to you. So let's say Lamar wants to guarantee money. He's going to push the franchise tag. We franchise tag Lamar Jackson. Trade options come in. Would you take 3 first-round picks, basically? 1 this year, 1 next year, and potentially the 1 year after that. A second round and potentially, basically imagine the Russell Wilson trade. Would you take the Russell Wilson trade and potentially even a little better for Lamar Jackson? 3 first-round picks, later round picks, players, and plus like $20 to $40 million in cap space? That's hard to turn down, honestly. Like, especially a potentially really good quarterback draft coming up in the next year or two. 3rd and 7 here for Atlanta. Short pass. First hit there by Stevens. Queen on the second hit, and that's going to be short. 4th down. That's crazy. You're on the offense side, and I'm still watching defense. Oh, I need a commercial break. I need a drink. I ran out of coffee already. But yeah, King, so... But so if he wants that money, we franchise tag him, and we either don't make the playoffs or get knocked. Lamar comes back, we get knocked out, 1 and done. He doesn't look good. Would you take a Russell Wilson trade, basically? Ritter looking deep. Oh! And Marlon punch Humphrey. Oh, Humphrey. I love me some Humphrey. I ordered a Humphrey jersey, but then it never came and I had to cancel it. I'm so sad. We gonna get the Marlin. We got the Marlin gif out. Yep. 1, 2, 3 steps and a fumble, ladies and gentlemen. We love us. I will admit, though, and I've said it on stream, and I'll say it again because I don't think you've been in my stream. I'll be the first one to admit I was so wrong about one player this season. One of my preseason predictions, I wish I would have got earlier on tape before I started streaming. I told everyone and their mother Odafe Owe was going to be a beast this year. He was going to break out, especially with David Ajabo on the other side and Tyus Bowser. I was like, bro, I'm telling you, Odafe. I was about to get an Odafe Owe jersey. Yeah, I've been pretty wrong on Odafe Owe. And don't get me wrong, dude, I saw him triple teamed in the Patriots game. But and it's been one of the ones I've really wanted to do an analysis on his play, and an in-depth analysis just solely focused on every pass rush attempt he's gotten this season. But I always feel like I'm a little... All right, I want to look at the official trade again for the Russell Wilson. So, yeah, they got a quarterback, a starting tight end, a starting defensive lineman, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and 2 fifth-round picks. So, yeah, would you take basically... And I'd argue that Lamar Jackson is better than Russell Wilson and was even prior to this year. So I feel like the trade package would have been higher. So, and I mean, as a Ravens fan, that's hard, man. When you got Ozzie Newsome and EDC sitting up there as your GMs with, and that's the thing, like, you know, so say we get two first-round picks in 1 year or 3 first-round picks. Philadelphia Eagles this past year had 3 first-round picks. They know you don't sign 3 first-round picks, max 2 first-round picks. So now they traded back. They got even more picks. So now they have 2 first-round picks this next year too. And they're basically keeping that method running of, okay, you know, 2 first-round picks, maybe trade 1 towards the end, and keeping a great rotation of players coming to, you know, and if you're Eagles fan, you know, you brought in a lot of Ravens front office staff into that building. And man, Eagles front staff has killed it. Not just this year, but killed it the past few years. Like, but yeah, so would you now here's where I take it a step further, and I know people are going to disagree with me on this one. Also, and we probably wouldn't be able to do this based on the contract, but again, we have Josh Oliver's played great. We still have Nick Boyle, and Isaiah Likely, I think, is a future star. With that being said, you could also hypothetically trade Andrews. So can you imagine, hypothetically, of course, we trade Lamar Jackson, again, like 3 first-round picks, multiple other picks, quality backup starters with good contracts. Then we go trade Mark Andrews for potentially 2 more first-round picks in the future, plus later-round picks. So Baltimore comes out of this year with 5 out of the offseason with potentially 4 to 5 extra first-round picks, multiple second-round picks, multiple late-round picks. And if that happened, Lamar gives us 20 million cap space, and Andrews would, I think, give us probably like 15 to 20 million cap space, 15 to 18 million cap space. So Baltimore adds 5 potentially first-round picks, tons of late-round picks, and sheds a quarter of their salary cap for free agents. You can't tell me as a Ravens fan that's not a little enticing. Just a little bit. And then fire Greg Roman, John Harbaugh, and bring in a great young offensive coordinator that gets to draft again. And as we've seen always in the NFL for a long time, it started with Harbaugh and the Ravens and Matt Ryan. I forgot Mike Smith, I think. It is as trend that you, and again, even the Buffalo Bills later, you pair a new head coach with a young first-round quarterback, and their fates are tied basically together. Usually if the quarterback goes, the head coach goes. And I get that. Like I said, I'm going to get hate for that one. Oh, I do not want to see any quarterback runs. But, you know, Mark is one, I'll admit, that's a hard one to do because Oliver, of course, does not have that ceiling, in my opinion, of Andrews. And Isaiah Likely is still a rookie. So, but my argument also for that is Has Baltimore not had a long history now of drafting tight ends in the 3rd and 4th round? Dickens, Pitta, Boyle was a 5th round pick. Mark Andrews was a 3rd round pick. We have a great, and then Isaiah Likely this year. We have such good history of drafting tight ends late. And again, 5 first round picks. You're trading first round picks for extra picks. Great run. Finally, we're running this ball. Good morning, my love. So, like, again, it's one of those ones, like, it's about cap space. It's about new regime. But again, the Mark Andrews, that's a hard one to swallow. Only people inside the building would know. And again, I'm critical of tight ends more than any position in the NFL because I played tight end. And actually, what's funny is before pass catching tight ends were more popularized in the NFL in the past like 5 to 7 years, when I played semi-pro football and I played tight end, I was actually technically the second tight end because my first string tight end had like 50 pounds on me and like 2 inches. And he was a way better blocking tight end than me. But at 6'3", 230, I was a good flex tight end. So whenever we went to like a shotgun set, split back, stuff like that, the tight end in our formations flexed to the slot. And that's where I made my money because I was 6'3", 230. I ran a 4.7 flat with no weightlifting, no running when I walked on. So probably, with weightlifting, I could have got to a 4.6, maybe 4.5, that pushing it. But so 6'3", 230, run a 4.5. I had good mismatch potential, and I took advantage of it. I was faster than most linebackers and bigger than most safeties, and I made my money in the slot as a tight end, as a pass-catching specialist, because I also grew up as like an all-state best in South Carolina goalkeeper most of my life. So, and I've got the same size hands as Sammy Watkins, 10 3/4. So I'm very critical of tight ends and wide receivers a little bit. And as someone that was a bigger wide receiver, 6'3", my problem was sinking my hips into routes and getting burst out of my routes. I was a great deep ball guy, of course. I had long stride, and that's a common problem you see with tall wide receivers in the NFL and why smaller guys make better slots. And we're having to use a timeout because the call didn't get in time. You could heal Huntley. Hurry! King B, rip on that. But yeah, again, Mark Andrews, that's a tough one. But at the same time, as a Ray, I'm saying you got to at least look at it and go, damn, that's a little enticing. Then as much as it saddens me, Calais Campbell's probably retiring this season. There's another possible $10 million on our cap gone. But at the same time, you got to get ready for Broderick Washington and Justin Madubuike are going to be needing extensions soon. I don't know. We could have so much potential for next season, but if we don't fire Greg Roman and John Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson has no chance to succeed. And that's why, again, I say it's hard to evaluate Lamar because his offensive system has been so garbage since the moment he's arrived in Baltimore, passing-wise. So it's hard to evaluate him. And while I would have loved to see a different offensive coordinator this year in Lamar's final year, so maybe we could have made some kind of call, not based off, Greg Roman. Isabella, and that's a fake. All right, I'm going to say this one more time for the stream. If I see one more quarterback run with Lamar Jackson already hurt and Huntley taking a concussion like 2 weeks ago, I'm going to go find Greg Roman myself here shortly. In before Josh throws for 5 touchdowns in the second half. Literally, though. You want to talk about second half quarterbacks? Let's talk about Kirk Cousins. Yes, let's go, Flock. Jobbins, let's go. Look at that running, son. Oh, King giving me a plays. I'm going to look away for a minute. Let's go. Finally a touchdown. I'm going to get to watch it here live in a minute. 4:20 on the clock for the Ravens. Oh, and see, I almost didn't call this game because Lamar's not playing. And in my opinion, if we lost to the Falcons, again, we don't deserve to be in the playoffs. I think we barely deserve to be there in the first place. It's one of those ones, again, it's like cognitive dissonance because I want to win a Super Bowl not only for the Ravens, but mostly for Calais Campbell. But I don't want Greg Roman to keep his job. And how can you say fire Greg Roman if you win the Super Bowl with him? 3:40 on the clock for the Ravens here. Look at Greg Roman in that play caller booth. I would love to know what his assistants beside him are thinking. Like I would give like all the money I have to be able to sit in that booth with those coaches and hear with them. Oh my God, another QB run. I know we're about to get a touchdown, but these QB runs are killing me, guys. And like the thing is, most of these QB runs are inside. Good blocking. Yeah, another thing I got called crazy on at the beginning of the season was I talked about the Patrick McCary extension. And I said, you know what, guys? I see Patrick McCary basically being our James Hurst, a jackknife of all trades that can play every position. He'll basically be the number one six-man off the bench primary backup. And people are like, no, he's going to take over left guard. He's going to be the starting left guard. Like Russell Street Report was all telling me I was crazy and stuff, you know. And then, of course, who's the starting left guard? Powers. What's McCary done? Bounced around, played a little bit everywhere. Primary left tackle, of course, but, you know, I'm like, it's like I told y'all guys at the beginning of the season, you told me I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm like, it's frustrating. I actually stopped putting my stuff and creating posts for Russell Street Report and their Facebook group, Ravens 24/7, because I put up several posts, like long, in-depth discussions trying to talk about stuff. No references to my YouTube name. Trying not to make sure to promote myself in any way. And they wait several days, decline my posts, and then literally they publish an article almost saying verbatim, word for word, what I said in my declined post. And at that point, I've kind of stopped trying to work with Russell Street Report, Ravens 24/7, and Tony Lombardi. No. I don't want a Ravens win for Christmas, King B. I'll take a Ravens Super Bowl, I guess. But like I said, man, I got that cognitive dissonance. I want them to win, but I don't. And a PS5. I know, I could use... I play Xbox. I still have a day one Xbox One. Like, that thing is so old, it's going to die any day. My PC I'm running on right now, the only reason I don't stream more games is because it's 10 generations old and it can't handle anything. It can barely handle this. Oh, Isaiah Likely, the CCU alum, dropping the touchdown. And I'll say it again, a lot of y'all don't know. I went to CCU, so we support the Chanticleers here and Isaiah Likely. And former Lorenzo Talaferro, halfback. They go for it, second, get it. Nice. And I'll be the first one, so it's one of those ones. I'm weird. I like Android phones, but I hate iPhones, but I like Xbox and hate. Oh, good throw, good catch by DeMarcus Robinson. Huntley looking good today. But I said it before, as long as Harbaugh's... See, it doesn't matter about beating them early, King B. It matters, though, about... I think the NFL is really trying to make sure that the AFC North is going to come down to that last game of this season against them, basically. NFL script, basically. And that's what matters, winning late in the season. Because, you know, Lamar came out the first 3 games this season and played pretty well, actually. And then, of course, his numbers have kind of tapered off really bad after since. But Xbox, of course, PlayStation, in terms of games, general, of course, across the board games and performance of said games, better. It's the superior console. But Xbox, when they made the Xbox One, said, we're not a gaming console. We are a entertainment console. So Xbox Live is so much better, and like Game Pass is so much better than anything else. And I love, you know, some features of Xbox. So I won't argue Xbox over PS. PC Master Race. PC, actually, PlayStation is PC are only getting the Final Fantasy VII remake. Actually, Xbox is not going to have access to that either. There's a few games actually on PlayStation I'm a little jealous of, you know. I think there's one other game that I'm like, oh man, I wish I had a PlayStation. But I do love my Xbox. And we're on commercial break. Yeah, so it's like one of those ones, I like to consider myself a pretty rational person. I'll listen to almost any argument as long as you've got good stats, like, and good facts, basically. And it's one of those ones, I mean, you can't ignore the arguments. Like, now, I'll be the first one to say iPhones suck Android over iPhone all fucking day. There's no argument there for me. Like, but PlayStation's got good arguments. I haven't even been able to play Elden Ring because I feel like it wouldn't play right on my Xbox. Like, when I say day one, like, one of the first Xbox ones to come out, it's that old. Like, it's shit. That shit just like starts making whining noises all the time, high pitched whining noises. I'm like, I'm waiting for the red ring of death any day, but it's still running. So it makes me sad though. Like, my PC is so run down and old that, like I said, I can barely do this. But I think the only game I can even play and stream on Fortnite now, I have to play Fortnite with the new graphics engine update for it. I have to run Fortnite on absolute bare minimum lowest graphics to even kind of play it. I still lag hard. I can't play the new Call of Duty. Um, I can't play High on Life. I was gonna stream the new game High on Life by the creators of Rick and Morty, but just the textures and like the pictures are so bad, not even streaming, that I can't do it. Like, recently, I doubled my RAM to try to help with all my video processing for the computer, and I mean, I was running like 8 gigs of RAM while people out there easily running 32 and bigger. Like, I think I got 2 gigs of VRAM. All right, I'm going to grab a drink, guys. I will be right back real quick before this commercial ends. I'm dying. We're going to get some dancing Poe action while I get my drink. All right, sorry about that, guys. Oh, my stream. The stream had to refresh itself. Your boy is poor as hell, so we pirating the game. Probably also why I'm a little behind compared to other people. And I'm so sorry I had to go, guys. I had to get me some alcohol to keep me going. We're drinking some Bacardi and Coke. All right, 1:12 left on the clock. Baltimore up 14-0. Atlanta with a run. Are they just trying to get a field goal? Yeah, look at that Ravens defense. 102 points allowed in the first half. Second lowest in the NFL. All right, we got to put the pose away. Do you like my Poe gifts, everybody? I tried to get gifts even too, and I got to update my gifts because the injuries kind of forced me to try to take some away. I like my Harbaugh gifts, though. We got the Harbaugh. What did he do? And, of course, we have the Harbaugh. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then, of course, the Harbaugh clap and the Harbaugh head shake. I'm trying to get a green screen here too soon because what I would love to do is like get a football angle like you see Greg Roman in the booth basically and copy that. So with the headset and everything, it looks like I'm the play caller in the booth for the Baltimore Ravens. I think that would be a lovely way to stream the game, but we're working on the stream slowly and surely. I'm trying to take any momentum courtesy of Grossi and make something of it. Oh, what a good throw by Ritter. They're saying incomplete, though. They're saying his shoulder came out of bounds. We're probably going to get an official replay there. Let's see. Drake London. Fingertip catch. That's 1 foot down. Oh, elbows down in, though. That's a catch. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. No, he did not. The elbow's down in bounds. Elbow counts. Elbow is actually in. The shoulder comes down out of bounds. Yes. No, show that first angle again. I hate to be that person. That's not. Oh, maybe actually. See his forearm, but does the elbow come down and hit green first? I want to see that other angle. Here's the angle I'm looking for. Okay. Right foot down. Elbow is down and in. Yeah, exactly. That's down and in, actually. That's a catch. That's a first round talent catch by Drake London. And so we talked about this earlier in the season before DK Metcalf got his extension in Seattle. I wanted DK. So what Lamar needs is a bigger guy, but he needs a elite talent because bigger guys, like I talked about earlier, as someone who's a little bigger, they don't sink their hips into their routes. So on like these dig routes, comebacks, anything where you need these precision running, bigger wide receivers struggle with gaining separation, which separation is the number one thing in the NFL, being able to separate from your defender for your quarterback. So I would have loved to see a 6'4" guy basically on the outside, and we wanted Miles Boykin to be that guy, but he just could not learn the playbook, sadly. So Miles Boykin was supposed to be that guy. Then I would love to see like a 6-footer, basically 6'1", basically Rashad Bateman as the Z, and then Devin Duvernay, James Prochet, a smaller, shorter guy in the slot to work with Mark Andrews, basically. And I think that's our offense. That is where Lamar will succeed. But I don't think Lamar has the faith to give his guys 50-50 balls when he does have the one-on-one coverage. Which with Lamar, of course, with the scramble, you're going to see either a lot of zone or some good man-on-man one-on-ones, basically, with cover one. As we saw, a lot of cover zero. That's delicious. Oh, remains 10-6 Bears. So, Chimera, if you need a kicker. And I've joked about this. When I played semi-pro football, I would go up and warm up with the kickers because it was too early to really start our position warm-ups, but I wanted just to stay warm. And I'd run around out there barefoot because I'm weird like that. See, 1st and 10. Ritter's going to hand it off up the middle. Good run up the middle by the Falcons. But I was hitting 40-yard field goals barefoot and not putting the ball end over end because I'm a soccer player. I don't know how to actually kick the football to get the spin correctly. And so I've always thought about seeing if I still have my leg on me. Because also, again, I grew up a soccer player. So in middle school, I was punting the ball 40 to 50 yards as a middle schooler. So, and at the time, I was actually really short. I didn't hit my growth spurt. I went my junior year of high school from like 5'6" and 160 pounds to 6'2" and 190 over one summer. I shot up, bro. The coaches went, nah, he's got no talent, to, why don't you come try out, man? Why don't you come try out? Motion right by the Falcons. Oh, the Falcons wide receivers look like they're confused on the route. Ritter giving it. Oh! And I love it. I love the confidence right there. Ritter saw that he had a one-on-one with his giant, like 6'5" wide receiver, Drake London, on the outside. Yeah. I'm more referencing like there are some bad kicker and punters out there in the NFL this year. And actually, I shouldn't say this year, past year. Like, I believe the Bears, when they missed the field goal in the playoffs, a bar in Chicago was offering, like, free beer for a year if you could hit a 30-yard field goal at their restaurant. And I was like, bro, how do I get up to Chicago and get some free beer? I'll kick that bitch barefoot to make a point. Oh, close to a touchdown. That's a 1st and goal for the Falcons. 34 seconds and clock and ticking. Got one timeout. Got 1 yard to go here. I'm expecting QB sneak. Nope, we got to roll it out. Ritter should throw it away, and he does. 2nd and goal. Clock stops with 20 seconds for the Atlanta Falcons. I also follow Destroying on YouTube. I don't know if anyone in my chat knows who that is, but he's the former University of Central Florida kicker who they told him you got to either forgo your scholarship or do YouTube. Or you have to give up your scholarship to do YouTube, or you can't play college football on scholarship. And he gave up his college football kicking scholarship for his YouTube channel, which worked out great for him. And now he travels all around doing football videos and stuff. And I love me. We are a big fan of Tom Grossi and Destroying on this channel. I would love just the fucking chance to do one video with Tom Grossi and talk football. I don't care what the subject is. We can talk about the Packers and the offseason upcoming. I would love to do it. I would do so much research. See, I stopped doing football, like my fantasy leagues, because I didn't have as many people to talk football. And I'm that guy. I used to be, it didn't matter who your team was. I knew more than most people about their own teams. And I was the guy that would talk people out of a conversation. They'd come up like, oh, Ravens fan. And then I start talking so much football. They're like, all right, how do I exit this conversation without being rude? Oh, 2nd and goal. 8 seconds left. That's rough. That's rough. And we got a timeout here. Rough one for the Falcons. Yeah, there's a D1 gym around here that does like football players and stuff. And I thought about going and asking them if they would basically work me, put some kicking work in, just to see if I still got a leg. I don't care, man. If I can hit under 50 accurately, or even under like 45 accurately, I'd send my game tape out to some teams. I don't care who take me. I don't care if it's a division rival, the Ravens. If I can make a living kicking a football, yeah, I'm going to keep doing that. I'll take punting duties too. You want to save some roster space? I'll do both jobs. Because I think the average punt in the NFL is somewhere between like 40, 50 yards, hang time of 4 seconds, in a one-step kick approach. Field goal. Oh! Off the uprights, but in. Oh, close one. And we're going into halftime, 14-3 Baltimore. Head coach of the Falcons come out still yelling at the refs, it looks like. Yeah. Let's look across the NFL. Carolina up 24-7 on Detroit. Chicago, Buffalo in a halftime. Buffalo down 10-6 against Chicago. KC stomping Seattle right now, 17-0. Seattle though in the red zone with 9 seconds left before half. Bengals stomping the Patriots. Oh my God, 22-0. Ooh. Yeah, I'm on NFL right now. I'm getting ready to take a look at playoff pictures and what do you call it? Playoff picture and scenarios. Man. If I was covering more games today, my God, that Eagles Cowboy game later today. But I promised the girlfriend I play some Stardew Valley with her, so that's probably what we're going to be doing today. What time is that game? Of course, it's a 4 o'clock game. Man, how's the 8 o'clock game going to be Las Vegas and Pittsburgh? Can we not flex the Dallas Cowboy game to 8 o'clock? There's no way my voice would last the rest of this game and go straight into the Philly Dallas game. I would die, sadly. Bro, you want to talk about sad? So, last year, my real father passed away, and I'd never met him. He was a crazy, psychotic son of a bitch, in and out of jail on antipsychosis meds. But, still sad no matter what, the loss of human life. And, when he left us, left me a little bit of money, like $1,000 or so, not much, through like a policy. Yeah. And, I'd never been to an actual NFL game before. I'd been to a preseason game in Carolina. And I was like, you know what? My dad was a fan of football. I love football. And I was like, so, I'm going to take this money and I'm going to take me and the girlfriend to our first, like, actual NFL game. And I was supposed to buy the tickets to the Baltimore-Denver game last year. And Ticketmaster fucked me, didn't get my tickets. And I was so devastated. Then, literally a month later, I found out we were moving to Florida. And I was like, oh, dude, awesome. I can purchase tickets, or not last year, I'm sorry, the year before is when my father passed. But so I bought the tickets for the Miami game. I was like, this works great. They're coming to Miami. I'm just going to buy the Miami tickets. So I was there last year when Miami put a stomping on us in Miami. Yeah, so it was hard to watch. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so excited for fantasy football next year. King B, I don't know if you've seen the video. I've got it up on here and TikTok. But if you're haven't already, go to that video. I tried to put it up as a short, but it's being weird with me uploading shorts. I've got a video I think titled 2023 Fantasy Football, and basically next year I'm going to try to basically get a bunch of leagues running with nothing but my subscribers and viewers. I don't care how many leagues I'm gonna have to play into, and if my TikTok hasn't got the likes and comments, but it's got decent amount. I might be playing in like 20 fucking leagues by the end of next year, but I love it because at the same time, as I mentioned in the video, when I played fantasy football for money, especially, I felt like I was very in the know of every NFL team. It kept me more informed. And as looking forward, trying to do more NFL content and all this stuff, especially with YouTube getting the deal for Sunday Ticket now next year. We're trying to grow that a little bit and the football audience here on the channel. And so I thought it would be a good thing that my NFL knowledge all across NFL was broader and more detailed. So I thought fantasy football would be a great way to do it. And what better way to get subscriber engagement than offering to, literally leave me a comment, I'll make sure to come. I don't care if I have to answer 120 comments on each of my platforms and get everyone in. I will make that many leagues on NFL. And if I can't make that many on NFL, I'll move to ESPN or whatever I have to keep making free leagues, basically. I think it would be absolutely hilarious to be playing in like 20 fantasy football leagues and have to do 20 fantasy football drafts. Because something I've told people, I love football, but one of the things I love more than anything is scouting. I love scouting. I would love nothing more, honestly, than anything than to work my way into the scouting department with an NFL team. And actually, a long time ago, I applied for some in Denver. I love the draft. I love watching players. I love watching players develop. I'm biased towards younger players. I'm 100% biased towards younger players, and I'll admit that. I always, like, especially in fantasy, I do my study on late round running backs because injuries are going to happen. That's usually where I make my money. Damn, Diggs hasn't even been targeted today, bro. Who you playing? Chicago. Dude, I don't even Chicago. Does Chicago have? I'm trying to remember if Chicago has their number one corner or not. If so, bro, that's a disgrace. Oh. And again, Chimera, King B, thanks for dropping in so much, guys. I really appreciate it. This literally keeps me going. Like I said, I wasn't even sure if I was going to go today, basically. But yeah, I'd love the chance to do a video with Grossi or what's the other guy's name? God, I followed his channel too. But any of those guys, I've reached out to Ingram videos. Ingram, of course, a big Ravens guy. I would love to do a video with Ingram. I would love to talk Ravens football and have a back and forth debate. And I tried this with my friends a while ago. I tried to get more of my friends on here on Discord and webcam so that we could do more of a actual talk show format. Basically, like I grew up watching Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith. Like when I was sick at home from school, that's what was on my TV most of the time. I watched Skip and Stephen A. go at it, and I loved it, even though sometimes their arguments were so bad. And I think that's where my first love of wanting to broadcast and talk sports came from. It's because I was watching really bad coverage of my Baltimore Ravens going, y'all don't have a clue. You don't even know our depth. Y'all are clueless. And that's what I thought. I was pretty sure the Bears cornerbacks are not healthy. Like, I think I remember that when we played them, they were having health issues. So, like, I mean, the weather plays a fact, but, like, let's see. I'm trying to, man, why are all of the things? And I don't know if you're still there, King B, but whenever I worked in the airlines, I got to meet Ron Hill, the former vice president of NFL operations. And so when I first started this stream, I actually reached out to him and NFL media to try to see if they would set up some kind of media rights potentially. I would love it. I'm going to write an email to YouTube actually too, because I would love to get something together. Can you imagine basically if I could write to YouTube and basically work out a deal where I can basically bring in guys like Grossi, like Ingram, these bigger YouTube casters, and basically create our own cast and show design, basically talk show formats, everything, and kind of more collaborate on it. But of course, the problem is, I have no subscribers, so why does anyone want to work with me? Of course, there's plenty of upsides from me working to them, but nothing really for them working with me. And it could hurt their channel. They're successful doing what they're doing, so why really change their formula? But at the same time, I'm like, man, human collaboration is what allows for our truest and highest accomplishments as the human race. But people are so not egocentric, but like so centered around themselves. But it's hard, like I tell people, it's hard to help your neighbor when you ain't got food on your plate. Or you worry about the food on your plate, basically. Oh, is Diggs hurt, though? Hold on. I love how it mentions Trayvon Diggs. Okay, not Stephon. I saw the injury report, Diggs, and I was like, oh, maybe he's dealing with an injury? I was thinking maybe, but nope. All right, though, here we go, Baltimore fans, though. As we know, Baltimore has not absolutely been the best second half team this year. Just saying. And we've been giving up too many throws to Ritter. Ritter's actually made some pretty decent throws so far this game. They kind of got screwed on that penalty, too. Yeah, like I said, I saw the Diggs, and I thought Stephon, and then but it was Trayvon, Cowboys. Let's see. Bro, why are you not handing the ball off more? James Cook is averaging 3 carries for 46 yards, 15.3 yard average. Devin Singletary, 4 carries for 23 yards, 5.8 yard carry per average. Isaiah McKenzie, 1 for 6 yards, 6 yard. Just like the Ravens, it seems like you're running the ball pretty decently, actually. Like, why are you throwing the ball so much? You've had 15 throws to 6, 10, 12 runs, including 3 coming from Josh Allen. So if you take away the 3 Josh Allen runs, that's 15 throws to 9 runs. That's not the run pass balance I want to be in an outdoor game. I'm sorry. Like, no. Just no. I already feel slightly bad. I told the girlfriend today was going to be like our day just to sit down and grind Stardew and play Stardew Valley together in co-op. And I woke up, rolled over, saw the game was today. I was like, oh shit, I forgot the game's today and not on Sunday on Christmas. So I was like, sorry, babe. Yeah, Desmond Ritter, 9 of 15 for 114 yards so far. See, run the ball. Run the ball. Your backs are basically all averaging 5.6 yards or higher. I'm going to tell you right now, the mantra of don't, if they can't stop, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, that applies. Of course, not running the same gap like Greg Roman did earlier in our game, but running the ball in general, yeah, just run the ball. Seems like it's working until they stop it. Keep doing it. I mean, same thing right now. J.K. Dobbins, 9 carries for 50 yards, 5.6 yard average. Gus Edwards, 5 carries for 32 yards, 6.4 yard average. Both our backs are averaging over 5 yards a carry. I don't want to come out and see any damn passes. Hey, Gratz, 14-10. That's big on that 2-point conversion, too. Not making it a field goal game. Big, bro. Big. I think I might have lost King B. There's my problem is too with my computer being old and like dying. I can't do as much as I want to do, and also I want to do so much for this channel, like everything from football to actual like PC gaming to I like some anime, so like anime reviews with my buddies, music reviews with my buddies. I had a channel I wanted to start called PPT, called Personal Pocket Trainer, focused on like workout routines and exercise tips and like basically focusing on people who haven't been in the gym for years and getting back in with like good stuff. And like there's just so much I want to do with this channel and failing all the time. And my computer's so dead. Like case in point, I need to get a green screen too. It would tremendously help the stream look. Because in the room setup I have, I'm not going to be able to pull like a Grossi and put like a nice setup behind me with shelves and all that. And ooh, Avery Williams goes for the hurdle on the return and gets leveled, and someone's hurt for the Falcons, it looks like, on the play, too. Yep, the Patriots look like they're going to lose, so we need to win this game. If we lose this game, fire Roman before the season ends. I don't even care about the playoffs after that point. Like, I hate to be that person. If we can't win right here in this game without Lamar Jackson, we don't deserve it. I plan on starting a channel too. I'll probably get a VTuber model after I enter college. And see, another thing, I actually looked into here in Florida getting my sports agent license because I've thought about it starting basically a marketing agency focused on NIL deals and marketing deals, brand endorsements, stuff like that, because it's a good way to make money. You don't need a lot of money to start it. Yeah, that intentional grounding call was such bullshit. Such bullshit. Where are you going to college, by the way, Chimera? And if you ever need anything, you're more than welcome to hit me up. Oh, Kyle Hamilton's down. Looks like he's in a little bit of pain there. That's not good. Ooh, Roquan basically hitting Kyle Hamilton there. And I need to be doing my live podcasts. I have Audacity, so I need to be recording them and setting them up also as podcasts, which is going to be another successful part of get my channel going. Oh, a great run by the Atlanta Falcons on second down. Very good stuff. What are you going for again? I feel like you told me what you might be going for, but I'm not sure. Man, defense is playing so good. It's one of those ones, I thought about trying to get someone like GNC or a health store, very broad thing. And case where I could go down to the local college. Oh! Great pressure. Chuck Clark, great coverage. Almost. Oh, music composition. Very nice. I'm a former, I played trumpet for 5 years myself. I always wanted to learn to play violin and saxophone too, honestly. I do love me some music. I'm a fan of literally every type of music. I love country. I like rap. I like heavy metal. I like rock. I like opera. I like jazz. I used to work at a fine dining jazz restaurant when I was 18. I loved it. 3rd and 6, Ritter. Oh, that looks picked. Oh, dropped by Marcus Williams. Marcus Williams read that route, bro. Oh, no, that's Pepe Williams. Great job, Pepe. Read it. Just went right through his hands, though. Demarion Williams, but his nickname's Pepe. Bills defense coming in clutch. Oh. How is that pass interference? Bro! Even Harbaugh's like, bro, let's watch this. Let's watch here. All right. He's definitely off more than 5 yards. I'll give illegal contact. That's not pass interference, but I'll give that's an illegal contact. That should be 5 yards and automatic first down. They're saying that could have been a hold. Yep. Can Harbaugh challenge that's pass interference? Oh, yeah, I think he can. That's not pass interference. I wonder if they can say, though, that it's defensive holding or illegal contact. I don't think they can. So I think since they just called that wrong. Oh, they're saying the ball was tipped, so therefore it can't be interference. Ooh, that's going to be close. I don't know if JPP got a finger on it. But a musical comp, what's your favorite instrument to play? And if you're doing a YouTube, what are you going to be focused on? Are you going to be doing NFL content like for the Bills? Hey, it says I have another viewer. Pulling up it on my phone so I can see my viewer count. Oh, I wish this game was more exciting to call, honestly. It's one of those ones I'd probably be better off choosing a different game to call, a more exciting game. But, I mean, there's no way I can't call the Ravens game, right? I'm a Ravens fan, die hard. Euphonium. That's basically the marching baritone, isn't it? Or am I wrong there? On gaming in NFL. What gaming do you do? I'm trying. I always wish I knew more. I actually, when I was on, I used to have a Twitch channel I was doing. However, I switched from Twitch to YouTube because I started a little bit on YouTube and I saw way more progression and quicker response and growth. So I switched full time from Twitch to YouTube. I should be doing multicast, but my PC is just not strong enough to do a multicast. But on Twitch, I love music. I've always been told I have a great ear, but I don't know. I've tried to do musical composition myself. Like I wish and I've tried and I want to be able to make music like in a music making program. However, I need to take the time to actually learn the programs, and I just feel like I don't have the knowledge to make it. Every time I feel like I do it, I get a little discouraged because, and also my ADHD brain, I start working on one. I'm like, okay, this is kind of sounding good. And then as I'm sampling stuff, I'll hear another beat and I'm like, oh, that's dope. I can already like think of like that melody right there. But it doesn't go with the song I'm working on. So then I start trying to work on multiple projects in my head, and then I start getting like even more just like overloaded. Fortnite. And see, I've been trying to play more Fortnite myself. Geometry Dash. I don't know if I know that one. Very nice. And it's one of those, I wish my PC was strong enough to stream Fortnite, but like I said, I can barely even play Fortnite right now. When I play Fortnite with my buddy, which we've been playing a lot more of because he finally got a better uh, um, PC himself, I have to play Fortnite on the absolute lowest graphics settings possible, like absolute lowest. Like if you were standing 5 feet from me, it still won't like render your face model for your character. It's just blurry, like that bad at graphics on my computer because it's that old. Touchdown, James Cook. See, run the ball. That's all I'm saying. We lost the challenge. First and 10 for the Atlanta Falcons here. 13:50 on the clock. Whoever's my third viewer, thanks for dropping in, guys. We're trying to make something here. Motion here for the Atlanta Falcons. Handoff right for the Falcons. Going nowhere. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play. Can you tell, too? I feel like sometimes my problem is I respond to chat too much. But I love engagement. I love talking. I'll have a rational debate with just about anybody. And I love it. I love the discussion. Can you show, though, I don't get to talk to people enough? As we say in the South, blessed with the gifted gab. As they're saying here in the Ravens game, they're going back to that intentional grounding call before halftime. That was absolute dog shit call against the Atlanta Falcons. As a Ravens fan, I give that to you, Atlanta fans. That was bullshit. Ritter, got a screenplay set up. Great defense here. Good pressure and covered on the play. 3rd and 8 coming up. And yes, we're up 3-14, Raven fans, Flock Nation. But we should be up. It's the Atlanta Falcons with a rookie quarterback that's getting his 2nd NFL start, if I'm not mistaken. And at home. So, absolutely, we should be winning this game. Despite Huntley. Ritter hasn't played bad, though. 3rd and 8. Empty set here for the Atlanta Falcons. Shotgun. Quick screenplay. The wide receiver makes a few men miss. And, he's going to be about a yard or 2 short there. Pretty close. Right at about the 50-yard line. An illegal shift penalty. That is a rough one to get to. Correct play, though, going for 2. Falcons are going for it. 4th and 1. They're 0-2 on 4th down. Drake London, the receivers, do not know what they're doing. Ritter making some changes here at the line. Motion right by the Falcons. Got a handoff going to the right and got his man. Algiers got the first down for the Falcons. 12-12 and ticking here in the third quarter. Falcons driving down the field on the Ravens side of the field. Welcome all my viewers. Thanks for dropping in, guys. Flock Nation, we're covering, of course, the Ravens-Falcons game here. Falcons are effectively driving down the field right now. We got Chimera here in chat, my local Bills fan. Motion here by the Falcons. 1st and 10, and what do we got, a timeout? We got to stop a play here. Why are the officials stopping it? Re-swatting the ball a little bit. Can I say this, guys? For anyone that's in here right now, these refs suck. These refs suck. Having to stop the game and re-spot the ball slightly. Like, listen, the head coach right there, the Falcons, let's go. Come on, man. They're killing the drive, basically. Not only with a horrible penalty earlier. Motion left here by the Falcons. Handoff going right. And, met in the backfield quickly, or out by Matabike, but carried 1-2 yards. Bruh. I'm here in Florida. We're maybe getting like 30 to 50 degree weather. So, back home where I used to live in Colorado, it was -16 the other day. Second and 8 here. Ritter making another. Ritter might have a future here in the NFL, guys. It's one of the main reasons I actually really did get up today to cover this game, because run here by the Falcons, that's going to be a gain of about 3 to 4 on the play. 3, it looks like. But last week, I almost thought about covering Ritter's game because I was kind of a fan of Ritter's game tape in college. You know, didn't show like superstar, but looked pretty good. You know, kind of reminded me a little bit of Casey Keenum coming out of college. And last week, of course, he had a horrible game in his first NFL start. But today, he's looking pretty good. It looks like he's got good command. I've seen a lot of audibles from Ritter, which as a Falcons fan, I'd be super stoked. Hey, what's up, Strick? Pass over the middle, behind, and great catch. Drake London looking really good this game for the Falcon fans, too. If you're a Falcon fan, you got to be pretty excited what you're seeing out of Ritter and Drake London. That was a horrible pass behind him. Dude, I mean, I hope Baltimore wins, too. We were talking about it earlier, definition of cognitive dissonance. Of course, we want to win and go to the Super Bowl, but you can't fire Greg Roman if you go to the Super Bowl. It's like the meme where you're got to press one of the 2 buttons. You don't know which one to press. Run up the middle, Algier, and man, strong running up the middle by Algier. And the Falcons are driving down the field right now. Heavy in Baltimore side of the field now. To all my viewers, thanks for dropping in, guys. If you're not a Ravens fan, tell me who your favorite team is. We got Flock Nation hopefully up in here. 2nd and 1 for the Falcons. Handoff looks like it's going left. Cuts up, and yep. That's a first down at, looks like Baltimore's 18. 9-12 and ticking here in the third quarter. Falcons in the red zone looking for a touchdown to bring this game close. All right, I'm calling it right now. Travis Jones, that's my boy right there. The camera's on, dead middle. Let me see something, number 98. Let me see some. Hey, Tampa Bay. I almost bought tickets to the Tampa Bay game and the Ravens because I'm down here in Fort Myers. Patterson run up the right, and that's going to be a gain of 6, it looks like, on the play. Yeah, I'm down here in Fort Myers, so I almost went to the Tampa Bay Ravens game. I'm still halfway thinking about the Jacksonville game, was. But I went to the Miami Dolphins game last year and watched us get stomped. We do, actually. Carolina is stomping, though, Detroit right now. Drake London might got a one-on-one outside. 2nd and 5 for the Falcons. Going to be a handoff left on the play. Patterson dancing. Oh, he's got a cutback lane. Oh, what a block by... Wow! There's a flag, though. That shouldn't be a flag. Oh, my God. I feel bad for Falcon fans. That was a great block by number 17 of the Falcons. And if this is anything on the Falcons, it's... Yep. Arthur Smith of the Falcons is losing his mind right now, guys. Wow. They're calling holding on the Falcons. Let's watch the replay here, guys. 17. I mean, hand is outside the shoulder. No, it's not. Oh, that's not a hold. As someone who played football, that's not a hold. Look at Arthur Smith losing his mind. This is NFL scripting at its best. That was some of the worst penalties I've ever seen in NFL. That was bad. The previously, the intentional grounding, worst call in the NFL I've ever seen this year. That holding call, horrible. Play action. Ritter having to just basically, oh, what a catch. The tight end. And again, the Atlanta Falcons with Drake London and Kyle Pitts, of course, lost to injury for this year, but coming back next year. And Ritter looking pretty good. As a Falcon fan, you've got some pretty good hope for next year if you're a Falcon fan, honestly. Wow. Oh, was it broken up on the play? Yeah, it was. Wow, Patrick Creed with a great breakup. Man, Falcons head coach looks like there's the red flag. And Falcons are going to challenge that it's an incomplete pass on the play. Oh, look at him. Look at him laying into this ref right now. Later, Strick, thanks for coming in, man. Wow. The Falcons coach is losing his mind right now, guys. Look at him after having to throw another red flag or challenge flag, basically. Look at him. He's like, guys, you are literally costing us the game right now. Let's watch. Is this a catch? That's great. Bro, how is that ruled incomplete? I hate to be that person. How is that an incomplete pass? How was that an incomplete pass? These are the worst refs I have ever seen. If you are a Falcons fan, you have to be livid. I'm a Ravens fan and I'm mad for you because even though I'm a Ravens fan, I'm a fan of football. And that's bad. That is two horrible penalty calls and another horrible call that was forced to be challenged. Forced to. Some might argue this is NFL scripting at its best right now. I got to look. I'm going to look real quick, guys. Let me see here. Minimize my thing. We got to look. What team or ref team is working Falcons Ravens? Because we've talked about this on the channel a little bit, guys. Some of these refs teams are really bad and are notorious for either keeping games close or costing teams the games. So let's see here. Bills Bears is Carl Cheffers. I've never heard of his name, so I assume that's a pretty good reffing team. Bill Vinovich. I haven't heard of that team. The reffing team to look out for is where are they at? Brad Allen's team, I'm pretty sure, is the team. Jerome Boger and Brad Allen's team are the two ref teams you don't want calling your game. Like, telling you right now. Like, we about to look into Bill Vinovich's team, though. A little quick Google search here. We're looking up the Bill Blinovich, who's calling the Atlanta Falcons Ravens game right now. And we're going to look at his 4 worst calls of his career. Wow. So FYI, guys. Wow. 4, 3, 2. So in Bill Binovich's, according to this article, which is this website I've used a little bit here and there, 4 worst calling of his Super Bowl calling career. The 2 first worst calls Or in the Baltimore-Denver game in 2012 when we won the Super Bowl, guys. Just like quick fact, kind of like, just a little look. Yep. So this guy's actually had some favorable calls for the Ravens. What? Bro! How did they... Bro, this game is rigged for the Ravens. I don't agree with that. I think he can train that. I don't agree with that. So, fun fact for the day, though, guys. Bill Benovich, the referee for the Baltimore this game right now, his crew, is the referee that screwed the pass interference penalty so badly that they made the pass interferences reviewable. Just a FYI. So if anyone wants to talk about how bad this ref crew is, there's your fun fact of the day. This is the reffing crew that was so bad, they had to make pass interference reviewable. And as we saw, they blew a pass interference call earlier as well that John Harbaugh challenged, basically. But it's not the Ravens I'm worried about them blowing calls for. The poor Falcons. Like, ooh, I do not like the Atlanta's kicker, how many times he just set his foot. That was close. Makes the field goal far right. And now it is a one possession game in Baltimore. Ravens lead by 8 officially, so a touchdown and a 2-point conversion ahead. Again, for all my viewers, thanks for dropping in, guys. I really appreciate everyone dropping in. We're heading to commercial break here. We're drinking some Bacardi. If I have any viewers, man, if you're interested in fantasy football, please check out one of my other videos. I've got a fantasy football for 2023. I'm trying to find any subscribers, any viewers that want to join. Make sure you leave me a like or a comment on that video. And I promise when I get the fantasy football leagues ready for next year, I will come back to that channel and start asking, sending messages basically for emails so I can send out invites to the fantasy football league. I don't care if I have to play in 20 plus fantasy football leagues. I'm going to enjoy every second of it for next year. Okay, guys? Oh, man. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button for me. I fell short of my goal. I was trying to get 100 new subscribers last month. I think I achieved maybe 1 to 2. We're up maybe 5 total over after Grossi raid. We're trying to get big, so maybe Grossi or Ingram Vids or any of the guys that work with Grossi will do a video collab with me. But I can't really, even though I've sent the messages and asked them, and I was like, hey, Grossi, man, remember me? You rated me. I know it's just like your thing and you're kind of just doing it to be nice, but it'd be great, man, if you would like to if I could do a video with you, like we could talk, collab, lay out maybe a video or something. Same thing with the other guys, but there's, like I said earlier in the video, there's nothing to gain for them. So why would they even potentially mess with me, which might mess up what they're doing already, basically. And I even get more so Ingram videos because, he covers Baltimore Ravens stuff. So it's kind of like a conflict of interest a little bit. But before today is over, I am going to be writing a long email to YouTube, essentially, with the idea of trying to create a collaboration channel of current sportscasters and people are doing what I'm doing, basically, like Grossi, Ingram, and all the other guys, so that maybe, we can get some rights. Like, can you imagine if I brought maybe 10 guys together and broke them down into five two-man teams, and not only do we assign them for game coverage where they could actually potentially show the individual game, but also, just like I said, being able to use potentially some NFL content from like NFL.com in general, and just create a more sports talk show vibe, more professional, more, articulated and edited, I guess I should say. Feels like temp 4 degrees in Baltimore today. 7 minutes left. You gotta feel bad if you're the Falcons. Like, they have been screwed out of this game. Poor Falcon fans. Desmond Ridder has looked pretty good for Atlanta. I'd be happy if I was an Atlanta fan. Ball falls off the tee. We're still waiting for the kickoff. And I apologize. I know my game cast I have up on stream might be a little bit ahead. But I'm trying to do anything here to be better for my viewers and keep my viewers around. So all my viewers that are sticking around, thank you so much, guys. We're still waiting here for the kickoff, and we'll get back to the actual game calling here in a moment. Kickoff, Justice Hill deep, bringing this ball out from the goal. Oh! Damn. Oh! I don't know if y'all just heard that. Not only was that a huge hit on Justice Hill, but immediately you hear a Falcon player, God damn! And then he said, GD in, talking about the guy that hit him, which I'm not going to repeat that word on stream, guys. But he said GD in, because that was a big hit on Justice Hill on the return. First and 10 for Baltimore here. Stack formation left with tight end and Ricard. Handoff going left and nowhere on the play. Number 92 for the Falcons. Going to be a tackle of no gain. I don't care it didn't go anywhere. We need to see another run here. We're going to break out the play calling. All right, guys. I know we didn't get anywhere, but let's run right behind Zeitler. We're going power right, power right. So we got a stack formation right here, guys, and rolling out, play actions, throw to the left, and Deshaun Jackson looks like a gain of 9 on the play. Refs, very favorable spot by the refs, going to give a first down. All right, we went stretch left, play action, roll right. I want to see an ISO center, basically. I want to see a dive or ISO up center. Something up center here, guys. Deshaun Jackson looks like he doesn't know what his route is. He's a little confused if he's supposed to be in motion. Stack left again. We're running the same formation from first down. Or first play. And first and 10, Dobbins looks like a gain of... Piles pushing still. I'm going to guess that as a gain of 7 on the play. Great push on the play by Stanley, Oliver, and I believe Ben Powers. We're going to get a game break update here on the Cleveland-New Orleans game. Alvin Kamara and in for the touchdown. A great run by Alvin Kamara. And Saints are going to take the lead 17-10. Hey, I think your Bills defense was still ranked number 2. Like, 2nd and 2, and there's something on the field. Looks like Sammy Watkins threw his hand warmer off. Handoff going left, and that's good. Was going to be a tackle for a loss, but able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like going to be a 3rd and 1 or a 3rd and 2 for the Baltimore Ravens. Falcons are eliminated with loss and Bucks win, or loss and Panthers and Saints win. With Panthers are dominating and Saints are up by 7, so it might not even matter if the Falcons win, basically. Oh, and we're losing viewers left and right here in the channel. 3rd and 2 here for the Baltimore Ravens. 4 minutes on the clock in the third. Play clock counting down. We got a quarterback speed option or power left. Oh, tackle. Oh! Tackled for a loss and looks like a fumble on the play, possibly picked up by the Falcons. But the Ravens were able to get in there and get it. But that's going to be a 4th down. And again, let me say this one more time. I said it enough this game, but I'll say it again. Stop running the quarterback. Stop it. You already have one. We do not want our 3rd string quarterback in or have to go to emergency quarterbacks. Stop running the quarterback, Greg Roman. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Your running backs are good enough. Huntley is a good enough short passer. Stop running the quarterback. Like, I'm about as mad as Arthur Smith is at the refs at Greg Roman for continuously running our quarterback. Let's put it like that. I am that mad at Greg Roman right now. And we got to say it again, poor Arthur Smith has been cheated out of this game. Horrible calls in favor of my Baltimore Ravens. I hate to be that person, but those calls were absolutely horrible. And, like, honestly, the better game to call today would have definitely been the Eagles-Cowboys game, but Gabe Davis fumble. Oh, my God, dude. I know, Chimera, I mentioned that y'all might have a fumbling issue, like, close to or in the playoffs, and it might cost y'all. But I did not expect it from your wide receiver, my guy. Like, Gabe Davis, that's his 2nd fumble of the game, is it not? And lost, I believe. That's a rough one for Bills fans. We're going to check up here, get a game update, see if I got the NFL still up. Yep, we got NFL up. Let's get a game score update across the NFL because, of course, we got serious playoff implications today. I got to refresh that. Still says Panthers game is 7-7. There we go. All right. Panthers still leading. Bills 21-10. Saints are still up on the Browns. Chiefs are still dominating the Seahawks. Viking Giants are in a close game right now. Bengals are absolutely dominating the Patriots still. And Texans are up on Titans. Wow, Texans have been putting up a fight recently. And we're on a commercial break here, guys. The only reason I'm not, talking more here. I can feel, man, my voice is starting to get pushed here. But we're going to keep pushing through. Again, I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to call the Eagles-Cowboys game, which is definitely going to be the game of the week this week. I don't think there's even anything close. Like, yeah, let's see. I mean, Commanders-Niners game might be good later. Eagles-Cowboys, definitely game of the week. Absolute going to be the best game of the week. The fact that the Raiders and the Steelers are in prime time, I think, is bull. I definitely think the Cowboys-Eagles game should have been moved to that. Packers-Dolphins play tomorrow. Yeah. Broncos-Rams. Ick. Buccaneers-Cardinals. Ew. Chargers-Colts. Ew. Like, literally, there's only, like, one good game this week, basically. Maybe 2. For anyone watching, Fox Super 6 app, you free chance to win $25,000 during the Eagles-Cowboys game if you download the app. So, I don't know if anyone wants to take a chance on that. I'm not downloading the app, but always got to throw that plug out there for free money, right? Look out for everybody. Ritter. Oh, almost throws a pick to Marlon Humphrey. Dang. Oh, gut shot. Lost like all my viewers other than 2. And I think technically the second viewer is me. So I think it's just Chimera in here with me now. But yeah, Chimera, if you start a YouTube channel, man, I wish you the best of luck, man. I hope you take off. Like, I hope it works for you. Make me some beats, send them my way. I used to enjoy way back in the day. Jet sweep here for the Falcons and nowhere to go. Travis Jones tackle in the backfield again. They do have elite talent, but you also have to admit, Kellen Moore, with his offensive adaptability with Cooper Rush, I think they've got a pretty decent offense. Exactly. Lateral, like the announcer saying, lateral plays against this defense do not end well. Because with Rosewan Smith, Patrick Queen, and Kyle Hamilton, there's a lot of speed on the Ravens field. 3rd and 10, going to be short. Looks like a gain of maybe 5 on the play. King B. What? Oh, okay. King B's back. Welcome back, my guy. 35-yard run. Looking for... Man, you must be like so far ahead of me. Welcome back, King B. I don't know if you were here the whole time or... 7 yards carries for 7.4 yard basis. No, it's about 7 point. And that's the thing. At this point, bro, I'd run it. It's about clock management. It's about your defense is playing phenomenal. So here's the deal. I don't care if you score points. There's only 2 prereqs for the offense right now, in my opinion. 1, you better see more run plays than pass plays and a 3-to-1 ratio. 2, you absolutely must get 1 to 2 first downs to run the clock. Ah, very nice. Thankfully, we got all that taken out of the way. I actually had to do my Christmas dinner shopping or food shopping today this morning. And my God, was Publix slammed. We're going to have some ham, collard greens, cornbread, sweet potatoes, roasted baby potatoes, peach cobbler, and I think that's about all I'm going to make. And my household, I do all the cooking. My girlfriend has not cooked in like 3 years at least. All right, we're looking for a 2-minute drill here for the Baltimore Ravens, in my opinion, on a 1st and 10. Oliver in orbit motion. Looks like going to be a run right. Play action. Why are we passing on 1st and 10? And Lamar sits down. I mean, God, every time I see 8-9, I'm like, 8, Lamar. Andrew sits down on this route here. Let's watch this route. Sits on a curl and... Yo, what I hate here, and we talked about this earlier, you love Mark. They're giving Mark a lot of credit. That's twice A.J. Terrell, the cornerback for the Falcons, has just played really terrible coverage. That was a zone coverage, and he turned his back on Mark Andrews. And he literally let Mark Andrews run around. Oh, there's the big run by Gus. Gus, the Bus Edwards. Love Gus Edwards. Love Gus Edwards, bro. But like right there, like they're like, oh, great job by Mark Andrews. I'm like, that's just terrible DB play. I hate to be that person. That's like at the beginning of the season. People were like, oh, you're crazy saying Kenyon Drake's a bad signing. Look at the yards. Look at the yards. I'm like, look at the play. The yards weren't Kenyon Drake. I was like, that was a huge hole that I could have ran through because our offensive line cleared a hole. And like even after the game, they like Kenyon Drake was talking there, and Kenyon Drake was like, well, I mean, you got to give credit, man. Those holes are huge. The O-line was clearing holes today. And I'm like, thank you, Kenyon, for giving the credit where it's due. But of course, again, in the Ravens group I'm in, they're like, you're crazy. Kenyon Drake's the MVP signing. Like, he's a great signing. And I'm like, how many since JK and Gus have come back, how many snaps has Kenyon Drake got? Justice Hill's a better runner. Now, don't get me wrong, Drake's got good vision, but Justice Hill has a better burst. And if you can't see that on the eye test on tape, you don't know football. So it's one of those ones, again, I get it because of the injuries, but I don't agree because we could have used depth somewhere else. Before Roquan Smith trade, we could have used the depth at linebacker or at wide receiver. Oof, crap in the bed. I'm sorry, Chimera. I'm excited to get into fantasy football next year. Like, I really fucking am. Oh, the USFL. And I'm not going to lie, guys. There was a little bit of time I was thinking about getting back in shape to go try out for the USFL, to be honest with you. Hoping to try to get a shot. And not play kicker or punter, play something closer to my position like linebacker or tight end. As a linebacker, I was great in coverage, but I'll be the first one to admit my ability to shed blocks and get off O-linemen on the second level, not good. So I struggled with run blocking, but I was a great third down linebacker. Again, and that's what I'm saying, man. There's only 2 acceptable rules at this point in the game. 3-to-1 run-pass ratio and at least 1-to-2 first downs. The fact that we're still passing the ball, bruh. I haven't even seen the play and I'm upset. And it's one of those ones, Greg Roman might really cost us the playoffs. He really might. Even if we make the playoffs, I don't see us beating, I hate to say this. As we're playing right now, I don't see us beating the Bills. I don't see us beating the Chiefs. I don't see us beating the Dolphins. If we're going to advance in the playoffs, we have to catch the Patriots or the Jets, basically. And the Jets without Mike White, mind you. If the Jets have Mike White, shit, we might be in trouble, guys. Sauce Gardner is lockdown. But you know what I mean? As we're playing right now, and even before Lamar Jackson went down, he was not playing that great. His QBR shows that. I think if we got another shot at the Jags, we might get it. Jags, at least I give us a shot. I hate to be as a true Ravens fan though. Bills, Chiefs, Dolphins. Nope. I'm not even giving us a shot in those games. We might keep it close, but I don't think it's close. Jags, Patriots, Jets, we have a chance. But it's one of those ones at that point. As a Ravens fan, let's see here. 2nd and goal, quarterback run. Why are we quarterback running? Can I say that enough? Dude, why are we quarterback running with a hurt quarterback already? Why? But so that's the thing. If you have a chance to play a win-off game, but you really don't think you have a chance to win a Super Bowl, do you even really want to go to the playoffs? I hate to even say that. Legitimately, though. You know what I'm saying? If you know, okay, we might win the first playoff game. Yeah. Oh, we ain't got a chance in the second and third game. Why are you even going to the playoffs? You're better off missing the playoffs and getting a better draft pick. Wow. What is this pass play, bro, on 3rd and goal? Bro, this is such a bad offense. Inept. And I said it on Twitter a few times. I'll say it again. Greg Roman plays too much Madden, bro. Let's see. Wow. This is a 3 route. There are only 3 targets. Oliver, Jackson, and Andrews. Andrews completely blanketed. Look at Andrews. Andrews is like, come on, throw me the ball. And that's one of the things I don't like about Andrews. Andrews constantly thinks he should get the ball, but yet right there, dude, he was so covered. If that ball had been thrown, that would have been a pick 6, honestly. But yet he's screaming for the ball, and I can't stand it. I think Mark Andrews is getting a little target happy, in my opinion. And you can see when we try to force the ball to him like we did at the beginning of this game, it doesn't go well. Because everyone knows that's where we're going. Oh God, I hate it all. I hate it all. Like, absolutely nuts. Fun fact about me too, for anyone that's here in the stream watching. In 2008, I was graduating high school. Just to let you know how old I am. And of course, we had our grad night where we came here to Disney. A lot of you know, 2008 is where we drafted Ray Rice, Joe Flacco, I think Ed Dixon, Dennis Pitta. Like, you know, yeah, I'm not okay with Mark Andrews there. No, I'm not okay with that. No. And that's where I'm saying Mark Andrews is starting to get a little big headed, in my opinion. He's, give me the ball, bro. You were so covered. Yes, I know AJ Terrell played horrible coverage on you earlier, but he was in prime coverage in your back hip pocket the entire time with eyes on the quarterback. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. And I don't buy they're talking right there. He's how much he loves the physicality. Bro, I watched your run blocking. You give up on run blocking way too often because you're thinking you're on the outside of the play. He does not play plays through half the time. I do, and this is what I hate. The announcers are so biased, in my opinion, here, and they're looking at stats, not at game film, in my opinion. And I love right there. Oh, I'm a quarterback's best friend. I'm telling you, I was called that too. Mark Andrews doesn't play the tight end position like I like to play. As his size, I would be getting in fucking DB's face and laying into them. I'll wait for the pass interference call. I'll keep doing it until they call pass interference on me. Oh, good hit by Chuck Clark there. Oh. But in 2008, when the Ravens drafted Joe Flacco, I was in Disney World on my grad night trip. I left the Disneyland parks and went back to the hotel. My friends were like, bro, what are you doing? Like, it's like 1. Why are you going back to the hotel? I'm like, bro, draft starts. I'm not missing the draft. So even though it was grad night and I was in Disney, I went back to my hotel and I watched every round of the NFL draft. That's how dedicated I am and how much I love scouting. And that's why I say, if I could ever get into scouting, that's what I would do. That's absolutely what I would do if I could get into an NFL organization. I would be in scouting. Great run by the Falcons here. I know. I miss the 2000 Ravens defense. I remember the Ravens defense when it used to make bets that they could score more points than the offense back in the day with Ed Reed and Ray Lewis. Like, I miss that defense. Retreat technique by Stevens on the outside. Run right by the Falcons, and good run by Algier, 5 yards. Falcons are driving again, bro. Not looking good. I like the graphic Fox NFL is using with a Christmas tree for playoffs. It's pretty funny. Motion left for the Falcons. Handoff left. Oh, Cordell Patterson caught in the backfield. Justin Matabike having a great game. And I'll be right back, guys. I just got to blow my nose. I'm dying. And I'm going to refresh my beverage. Sorry, playoff clinched for Baltimore with a win and Patriots or Dolphins loss. Sorry, guys, I'm back. I stepped away for a minute. I was grabbing a drink and refreshing everything. Oh, Drake London. Oh, and we've talked about this. The Atlanta Falcons have got a lot to look forward to between Ritter, London, and Pitts next year. First and goal, Algier fighting hard, gained about 1, maybe 2 on the play. Second and goal for the Atlanta Falcons. God. And I remember Drake London in the draft. I was like, he looks every bit the part. Like, I wasn't sure on speed and all that. But God, can you imagine if we had Drake London? Handoff. Oh, Algier gets tripped up on the play. Oh, he had the go walk in touchdown. Bills 3 and out. Yeah, I was talking to the girlfriend too, talking about how YouTube won the rights for NFL Sunday Ticket next year, and basically talking about how I might try to write an email and try to see if Can you imagine if I actually got YouTube to entertain the thought of giving like me, Tom Grossi, or just a YouTube channel in general rights to actually broadcast games and call them like for 5 games or something? Oh my God, dude. Third and goal, Ritter scrambling, and gonna be maybe a yard short on the play. Yep. Fourth and goal for the Atlanta Falcons in a 17-6 game. This is big. Great job by Roquan trying to rip that ball out. Hey, but that's what late football is supposed to be. Defense carrying the team, my opinion. Fourth and goal. This is game almost, basically. Like, handoff left. Oh, Patrick Queen. But there's a flag in the backfield, though. My God, the running by Algier. Algier deserves a shot to be the starter next year. Illegal motion on the offense. I mean, I was thinking that as I watched it, but yeah, it wasn't set. That is technically an illegal motion. Man, what a tackle by Queen though. Hits him first. Keeps him in the backfield. I wish I should start a petition to try to get like Grossi and all them rights for a game broadcasting. If I could start an online petition for like me, Grossi, and a lot of these other YouTube streamers to possibly get a talk show or, be able to broadcast the games on YouTube, essentially work out, some deal for the videos and what do you call it, ads revenue. Oh, we're still in commercial break. We're waiting here to get back. Man, that was a big stop. And I can already guess Baltimore declined the penalty and took the ball. And I can kind of see on my game chart here, it looks like Baltimore's driving. I probably should have been sending out tweets like I did last game, but Pete Davis. Hey, I'll take like a breakfast crunch thing or whatever. Let's check across the NFL here actually as we get a score update across the NFL here. Panthers still blowing out the Lions 34-13. Bills up 21-13, 7:30 left in the fourth. So, I mean, that game is not over, but Bills need to get at least a field goal or anything. Saints are still up on the Browns with 2 minutes left. Ooh, we got to go check on that game real quick. Who's got the ball? Cleveland's got the ball, 2 minutes left. Ooh, we might be headed to overtime. Chiefs 24-3. That game's over for the Seahawks. So Chiefs are going to beat the Seahawks. Vikings, ooh, locked in a close game, 17-16. 4 minutes left. Bengals still up 22-12 against the Patriots. 9 minutes left in that game, so that game's not over. Oh, rip to that combo. Run by Gus Edwards, a stiff arm on the play. That's going to be a gain about 14 on the play. Ooh, Buffalo's technically got the number 1 seed right now? Ooh. First and 10, 5:59 on the clock running. Gus Edwards off the right side. Looks like only gained about 2 or 3 on the play. Baltimore looks like we're headed for a win here today. 5 and counting in an 11-point game. So a 2-score game with less than 6 minutes left. Oh, man, I think Chimera is my only viewer left. We've said it on stream. We're going to say it again. I swear to God, if I ever hit the Powerball, Chimera, I'm going to come find you in real life. Oh, Huntley having a... Why are we throwing the ball on 2nd and 9? Why? Why? That Greg Roman, in my opinion, deserves the Harbaugh head shake. This play calling has been pretty freaking bad. DeMarcus Robinson looking at Brett Hundley saying, I don't know what I'm running. Huntley going deep. Why? Why are we throwing it? Why are we still throwing the ball? And the Ravens punt the ball right back to the Falcons. Deshaun got the step there. That's got to be a perfectly paced ball, though. I cannot stand how much we're passing the ball right now. I feel you, though, Chimera, with the fantasy. I've been in that situation before where I have the best team, but like around playoff time, it just didn't work for me. Or I think I told you about the time I got cheated out of that $1,000 buy-in league because the cousin of the league owner traded. There was no trade deadline. They traded all their best players for worst players last 2 weeks before the playoffs, I think. And I easily had the best team in the league, and I lost by 2 points in the playoffs, basically. I mean, 2-week game format, too, for the playoffs. Lost by a few fucking points. Got cheated out of a few $1,000. Because I did the math, too. If I won that playoff, of course, if he hadn't done the trade, he wouldn't have made the playoffs. If he wouldn't have made the playoffs or made the trade, doesn't matter. I'd have dominated him and the other guy. And then I would have gone to the championship game. And the championship game, I'd have won by a 40-point deficit. I blew the championship guy out 2-point wise. But, considering it was the cousin of the league owner and the guy that ran the league. And what killed me too is I loved playing in that league. I really did, because we did live drafts. Like, we all showed up with our portfolios and papers and studies and timers and shit. And, we did the real hardcore fantasy football draft, which to me made it all the more fun. And the worst part was that year I drafted over the phone because I was working at the airlines and I couldn't come to the draft that night. And I couldn't miss work because I was coming up for my salary promotion. Keep a close eye on some of these games. Ooh, the Lions are starting them out a comeback, but they're still down 2 scores with 3:45 left. And it's official. Browns are going to lose to the Saints. 51 seconds left that game. Saints still up 7. So, I mean, we go to the game just to make sure I'm not wrong here, because Cleveland, I think, did have the ball. I mean, Cleveland's got the ball. Trying to get their current drive, but it's not giving it to me. Oh, they're on timeout. That's why. Ooh, Giants Vikings game's a 1-point game, 16-17. Only a few minutes left in the fourth. Vikings have the ball with 3 minutes left, so that should be the Vikings game, but barring anything crazy, the Vikings are going to come away with that win over the Giants. Bengals are still up 22-12 all over the Patriots. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Falcons. Just under 5 minutes. Falcons on their own 46-7. Yeah, sorry. Ritter got a little bit of time. Throws short to Patterson and gain of like 5 to 6 on the play. And that's an onside kick, was it? Oh, man. The Bengals just scored again, I think, on the Patriots on a pick 6 potentially. Is there a flag, though? Or is it a forced fumble? That's a forward pass. Either way, it doesn't look good for the Patriots. Bengals definitely look like they're coming away with that win, which is not good for my Baltimore Ravens. Oh, give me a moment. The stream is refreshing here. I got to work through the advertisement protection things. Oh, no, I clicked it. Touchdown, Josh Allen. Congrats, Chimera, on the Buffalo win. And I believe retaining the number 1 seed in the AFC right now. So you still might get that first round bye, which I actually think Buffalo would benefit from, giving Josh Allen a week to rest. Atlanta coming out for the kick, which they need. And nailed it. And I definitely think we're about to see an onside kick by Atlanta with 2:02 left on the clock. Looks like Arthur Smith's getting some coaching from his time guy on the sideline. Basically, Atlanta's got a decision. They have 2 timeouts with 2:02. So if they kick it out of bounds, they have the 2-minute warning to their advantage, meaning they can technically kick it all the way out, but they cannot allow a first down at all. Man, looking at this matchup of Cowboys, this is the number 1 and number 2, basically. Oh. A lot of 1st and 2nd ranked on those teams. 1st, 2nd turnover margin, rushing touchdowns, 1st, 2nd, red zone touchdown percentage, 1st, 2nd, sacks, 1st, 2nd, pass defense, 1st, 3rd. Like, gonna be a crazy good game today. Cowboys, Eagles. Sorry, I'm not gonna be calling it if anyone's there, but It's a work-life balance. I got to keep the girlfriend happy, and usually the weekends is our little bit of time, and she gives up 4 hours of that time on the weekends for me to call these games. So, all right, 2:03. Are we going to see an onside, or are they going to? We might see a little bit of trickery here by the Atlanta Falcons. Here we go. Oh, ball falls off the tee. Yep, Ravens special teams getting ready for us onside just in case. Did the kicker just come off the field? And the refs are stopping the game. I think the kicker came off the field and the punter came on. He tried to move the tee. The ref said no. They made him move it back to where it was, I think. Definitely expecting or was that the placeholder? And going to be a squib kick. 2-minute warning's gone now, so they're not going to get that to their advantage now. And Justice Hill tackled. Looks like at 27, so gain of 2. I mean, so it looks like my Ravens might come away with the win here. Falcons have to force a 3-8 out here. They cannot even allow a single first down. With that being said, Falcon fans, if I have any Falcon fans that come in for this video, you have something to look forward to. I didn't get a chance to cover it last week, and I apologize. But thankfully, I knew we were coming. You were coming to Baltimore this week, so I could cover it. Desmond Ridder, I've been waiting to get a better look at since he was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. Of course, I sat down and watched the entire NFL draft, and I've been kind of like a Coral, I believe, in Carolina as well. But we've got to see Purdy out in the 49ers. So with that being said, Atlanta Falcons fans, I mean, God, I forgot his last name already. I don't want to butcher it. But your halfback, he's ran, in my opinion, pretty well. I don't know if he's a number 1 back, but he's solid number 2. Absolutely. Definitely I'd say top 20% running back in the NFL. After that, your quarterback, Ritter's looking way better this game. Way more comfortable. I'm seeing audible calls, which I would love to see more from Lamar, in my opinion. I just feel like I don't see Lamar take grasp of the offense as much. But of course, I think that's kind of due to Greg Roman, and also the play calls come in like 5 seconds before the snap. So, tit for tat there. But Ritter's looking good. Kyle Pitts, when he comes back from injury next year, looking. Drake London's looked good this year. I mean, and we don't have the best pass rush, but it looks like adequate time. So the Falcons have a lot to look forward to next year. I want to say, too, they ate a lot of dead money this year for Matt Ryan, so I think it frees up next year. So I think next year, Atlanta Falcons, on top of having a pretty good solid core, are going to have all their draft picks, and they're going to have a good amount of cap space. And there's going to be a solid amount of defensive tackles and safeties coming into this next free agency from my preview. And I believe the Falcons could benefit from both potentially, especially running a 4-3. You always need 2 to 3 good D tackles. Yep, that's all we need, bro. First down and it's over. I think we've got this, but it's unfortunate for Falcon fans that they couldn't put that kick into the end zone, because it would, given them the 2-minute warning to their advantage. But it's one of those ones I would have. Now, hear me out here on this. As a kicker, I would have told my kicker to put that ball out of bounds. It's a penalty, and it brings them up to their 40. So a gain of 15 yards, from the penalty. But you're still not in field goal range, and you can't give up first down. So if they get a first down, they're in field goal range anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I would have rather have kicked that ball out of bounds, saved the 2-minute warning, and you basically would have had 3 timeouts instead of 2 for the Falcons. But, what do I know about coaching, right? First and 10 for Baltimore. We need a first down here to end the game. Handoff up the middle, going to Edwards, it looks like, and that's going to be a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. And there's the first timeout. Atlanta has 1 timeout left. I don't know, Chimera King B, what do y'all think about my call there? Going 2-point conversion good, 24-24 tie. Wow. I did say that game might head into overtime. I really did. But what do y'all think? Would you have kicked the ball out and taken the penalty, giving them ball at the 40 instead of the 25? Knowing no matter what, you give up a first down, the game's over. But doing so, giving them 15 extra yards on the kickoff, would have allowed you the 2-minute warning essentially as a timeout, giving you 3 timeouts instead of 2. I personally think that was the better decision, but, they didn't do that, so maybe I'm wrong. But I think that's one of those ones where I'm like, yeah, coaching, smart coaching. But, again, what do I know? Ricard in motion, handoff going center again, and that's a first down. Yep. Great run by Gus Edwards, and I think that's game. All right. With that, I'm pretty sure the Ravens game is over. I am going to switch over and watch the end of this Giants-Vikings game. It does absolutely look like we're going to get the playoff spot at least. We're not going to get the clinch of the we might not have a chance at the division, but we are in the playoffs. And I haven't checked my seeding yet, but I think this will work to our advantage, actually, being the wild card. Let me see here. I'm trying to get, okay, pulling up. Yep, I'm closing the Ravens game. We're going to pull up here before I cut my stream today. We're going to cover, hopefully, the end here of Giants-Vikings. Looks like, yep, we got 201. Let's go, Raven flock. No way. Oh, wow, they are, actually. I'm pulling that one up on my phone. We got 1st and 10 here for the Vikings. 201, so 2-minute warning working to their favor. Cousins, throw Justin Jefferson, and close one. Bengals do have the ball, though, so yeah. Oh, did they just come up short, though, on that? Uh-oh, looks like a Patriots hurt on the play. Oh, that's Jonathan Jones of the Patriots. Oh, that's horrible news for Patriots fans. That's been their best corner basically this year, the young rookie. There's a fumble, he jumps on it, but I don't know what hurt him on the play. Jamar Chase fumbles on the play though, covered by the Patriots. Holy crap, the Patriots might have a chance to win the game. Oh my God. We got the Bengals Patriots here on the phone. But wow, Patriots might have a chance to win the game with that strip. Oh no. And we're going to say, take a moment here. I'm going to take like 5 seconds of silence for Jonathan Jones. He looks like he's seriously hurt down. And that is, dude, that's a huge blow to the Patriots' playoff chances. So, shout out to Patriots fans out there. I really hope Jonathan Jones is okay and it's not a major injury because that would, in my opinion, like effectively end y'all's playoff run. He is so critical for your pass defense, and he has played outstanding. Definitely potential defensive rookie of the year, in my opinion. But I'll admit, there are a lot of good candidates for defensive rookie of the year. I'm on double commercial break. I got BK on one, and what do I got down here on this commercial? I don't even know. Something with Eli Manning and Peyton Manning. I think it's a sports bet. Commercial. Congrats, Chimera, on the W, by the way, as well. Like, Merry Christmas, Happy Dub. What a great early birthday present or Christmas present for your Buffalo Bills to maintain the #1 seed in the AFC. Chimera, who's the remaining? Who's your last game or two? Yeah, 2 games. Yeah, I think. All right, we're back here in Bengals Patriots, and I think we're almost back in the Vikings Giants game. 1st and 10 here for the Patriots. 3 minutes 12 seconds on the Bengals 43. Looks like. Oh, bad pass by Mac Jones. Oh, and a flag comes out. The receiver for the Patriots looking for a flag, gets it. That's going to be pass interference on the Bengals, bringing the Patriots almost into the red zone. Back to Giants-Vikings. 4th quarter here, 1:57. Kirk Cousins in the shotgun. Pass short to Hawkinson, and going to be a gain of 1 on the play. That's going to be up a 3rd and 9. 150 and ticking here for the Vikings. Flag being discussed here in the Patriots game. That's going to be holding on the offense, not pass interference. So that's going to be 5 yards, an automatic first down for the Patriots. Penalty on Eli Apple. Let's check the penalty. Oh, that's a bad penalty. I'm sorry, Bengals fans, but that's a bad penalty on Eli Apple. That was not a holding call. 3rd and 9 here for Kirk Cousins. Motion TJ Hawkinson to the slot. Patriots with a handoff, gain of 7. House blitz coming. Cousins throwing, and he's got his man. Jefferson going to be a first down. 1:05 left. 1 timeout for the Vikings. Almost at half field. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blitzers on the play. Just one-on-one across the board for the Giants defense. And Justin Jefferson with a good deep out route. 1st and 10 for the Vikings here. Cousins looking short. Got a halfback. Dalvin Cook with a move. That's a gain of 6 on the play. 2nd and 3rd for the Patriots. Short pass to Mac Jones to a screen. Good move. Oh, Patriots with a first down and keep going. That looks like it's going to be down at the 15 of the Bengals. Red zone, 1st and 10 for the Patriots. 2nd and 4 here for the Vikings. Kirk Cousins, shotgun, empty set, got time. Oh, stepping up. He's got pressure. He's going to take the sack with 19 seconds left in the game. That's going to force the Vikings to take their final timeout with 17 seconds left on the clock. Whew. Going back to the Cincinnati Patriots game. 2-minute warning looks like it's coming up here. Patriots in the red zone need a touchdown to take the lead. Field goal does them no good. They only got 15 yards to go. Whew, it looks like we're heading to commercial for both games. Nathan Peterman throws a pick to end the game. Bro, that's rough. Ooh. I want to talk about something about the Giants fans. Giant fans, your GM did it right. He looked and said, we haven't given Dan Jones the right personnel. So let's do that. And they went and made moves for Dan Jones this year. And I really like what the Giants did around Dan Jones this year. Kirk Cousins got a screen pass to Jefferson. Oh, he's got room. Oh my God. He's so close to the field goal target line. They're only going to have time to spike it. This is going to be a really long field goal, potentially. 4 seconds left in the game. Oh, we're on commercial break here for Bengals game. Probably the 2-minute warning. But, wow. Vikings got a potential 64 game-winning field goal with 4 seconds left on the clock. It's either 60-yard field goal and win for the Vikings, or we're headed in overtime. Here, I think on the Meadowlands. I can't tell what stadium they're at. 4th game-winning goal this season. If he makes it, the most in franchise history. Greg Joseph, number 1 for the Vikings, lining the kick up. Giants have 2 timeouts. They could freeze the kicker, and they do. Dabble should have waited like 3 more seconds to use that timeout. Wait till almost pre-snap for the timeout. Come on, my guy. Kirk Cousins looks like he's a little frustrated, not with his coordinator, but like possibly calls or routes. And as we covered the Vikings game earlier this season, Vikings are a 4th quarter team. Like, my God, if they let it come down the wire too much. Well, looks like we're almost back here. Patriots-Bengals game. Kicker backing up, lining up to kick one more time for the Vikings. If they win this game, they're going to all-time most one-score games in NFL history. Giants, of course, look like they're bringing the house. They don't. 61. Oh, it looks good! It's good! Vikings win in walk-off fashion. 60-yard field goal. 27-24 Vikings. Wow. Wow. I'm sorry, Chimera. I'm sorry to bring up those bad memories. Wow, though. I just broke all kinds of NFL records right there. Wow. What a win. Wow. Christmas hero, Greg Joseph for the Vikings. He could have made that from 63 probably. Wow. And that's where I'm like, I'm not an NFL kicker for that reason. I can't hit a 63-yarder. I don't think I've ever hit anything close to that. Basically, at 50-yard kicks is where my kicks started going left and right on me hard. To any Viking fans in there, I doubt I have any Viking fans dropping in, guys, but you know what? The Vikings fans deserve it. Hold on. We're going to get the Harbaugh clap for the Viking fans. Harbaugh clap for Viking fans. All right, hold on, wait. We're back here, though. We're back in Patriots-Bengals game. Run up the middle. Oh, that's a first down for the Patriots on the Bengals 4-yard line with 1:45 left. Patriots in no hurry to pass the ball. Looks like they are content trying to get this rushing touchdown and win the game. Of course, final in the Browns New Orleans game, 17-10 New Orleans. We're here, Bengals Patriots watching on the phone, watching the end of this game. And they're showing now the field goal kick by the Vikings. Let's see, we're going to try to pull up now actually let's see if we can pull up, yep, Bengals Patriots, such and such stream. Work through these advertisement pop-up things that protect the stream. All right, we're in. I don't have to watch on my phone anymore. Bro, why is my phone ahead of the stream? We're going to watch on the phone, I guess. Whoo! NFL record 11 times this year winning last minute 1-score game. The Cardiac Vikings, the announcer called it. Because they keep giving the fans heart attacks. I kind of like the title. Refs are discussing something hard. The refs have brought this game to an absolute standstill. They're still discussing something, all 5 of them. That ref is still telling them something. I don't know what the discussion is. Oh, he was actually down short of the first down, actually. His knee did go down, actually. That's the right call. That's the right call. Yep, that actually is the right call watching that replay. He is short of the first down by 1 yard. They need to bring it back. That should be, I think, a 3rd and goal or 3rd and first. 3rd and 1, I should say. Yep, let's watch the replay one more time. Yep, that's down by about half a yard. Yep. But where's the ball at? That's the question. I guess it's where ball's at. And technically it's at the first down line. Yep. So it's going to be 3rd and half a yard here for the Patriots. Yeah, he's got to cut down the interceptions. Like, oh, wow, that's not even half yard. They're literally giving them 3rd and inches. Yeah, 3rd, about 3/4 yard. Honestly, I'm QB sneaking here if I'm the Patriots, but let's see. Handoff up the middle, and he's got it. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, forward progress is going to be enough. Yep. I'm about to say, it looked like he got past it and then pushed back. Yep, they're giving him. Yep, first down Patriots. 1:30. No timeouts for Cincinnati, 3 timeouts for New England. If I was New England, I'd use the timeout, but it doesn't look like they're going to. Oh, this is big for us, man. This is so big either way. No, you're joking, right? No, you're joking, right? Handoff up the middle. Stevenson trying to make something. Oh, the ball came out, but oh, this is going to be close. Because technically, he was being pushed forced backwards. That should be forward progress, but they never called it, and now we got flags flying after the play. Might have some pushing and shoving by the Bengals and Patriots. Oh, no. Oh. Ooh, it does back up Cincinnati on their 1, but need a safety. See, the ball's still not out yet. He's going backwards 3 yards. Let's look at the actual definition of forward progress. So in the NFL, forward progress is at the point in which a ball carrier's movements toward their opponent's end zone stops. The ball is declared dead at this point, regardless of whether the defender pushes the ball carrier back towards their own end zone. Forward progress has been made. So it's a tough one. Technically, forward progress had been stopping. He'd been pushing backwards. I'd have called that whistle before the ball came out, but they didn't. So, ooh, did the Patriots just get robbed of one there potentially? I mean, it's not over because the Patriots have 3 touchdowns, but there's a flag. Ball start, 1st and 15. This game's not over with Patriots having 3 timeouts. I'm telling you. It's not over. Like, case in point, Nick Folk for the Patriots just missed a PAT right there, guys. I guarantee you I'm not missing a PAT if I'm getting paid in the NFL. I'll put money on it. I will never miss a goddamn PAT. You paying me hundreds of thousands of dollars to kick a football every day? Oh, I guarantee you never going to see the level of commitment out of a kicker that you've seen out of me. Mixon, good run up the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 7 yards. First time out by the Patriots. Man, if the Patriots had not missed that PAT, this would have been a field goal game. And we'd be heading to overtime, possibly. Let me think here. Gonna go message my buddy who's a Patriots fan. Handoff, mix in, and gain of maybe 2 on the play. That's going to be a 3rd and maybe 6 on the play, it looks like. Hey, if New England makes a stop here, it's not over. Patriots offense is already game planning right now. They are talking about what they got to do on this next drive when they get the ball back. 3rd and 9 actually here for the Cincinnati Bengals. So I think we're going to see the Bengals run the ball here. They're not even going to take a chance on a pass. I think they'll put faith in their defense here. So I expect a run by the Cincinnati, a punt. That'll leave approximately, I'm guessing, 3 seconds off the clock, plus 10 maybe. I'm guessing 39 to 40 seconds for the Patriots to score, with the Patriots getting the ball back at about their own 40. Is my prediction. Actually, I don't know if you've seen this, Chimera. Bill O'Brien, of course, former Patriots offensive coordinator, is actually being in talks and is rumored to be the coordinator for 2023 for the Patriots, which, of course, when he was with Bill Belichick at the Patriots, he called a lot of really good games. But as a head coach for the Texans and everything else, he did not do a good job as a head coach. So something to keep an eye on. I came across an article talking about that earlier, actually. Fourth and 8. So we're definitely going to see a punt here. And like I said, so 48 seconds, I'm estimating about 10 seconds, 8 to 10 seconds off the clock here. So like I said, Patriots getting the ball 30 to 40 seconds left, or 38 to 40 seconds left. And approximately somewhere around their own 40. So definitely about to see a no huddle. Let's see, they're punting from their own 25. So average 40-yard punt, 65. Of course, that's the 45. I mean, if Patriots get a good return here, a little bit longer on the kick, low punt. Jones, oh my God. Jones bobbles the punt, and it goes out of bounds, and he loses any shot at a return. Oh, that hurts to watch. And instead of possibly getting to return that ball 20 yards and give him a good shot, that ball's out of bounds at the 25? At the 20. 50-yard punt. Great punt by the Bengals, honestly. It's like one of those ones, the Patriots losing it helps our wild card chance, but the Bengals losing might give us a chance at division, I think. Patriots with 41 seconds, starting at their own 24. 41 seconds left on the clock. Mac Jones stepping up. Got a man. That's going to be a gain about 13 to 14 yards on the play. Bengals trying to keep the Kendrick Bourne down. Got to keep moving. 27 seconds. Clock. And I definitely think Patriots are going to drive, have a chance at a Hail Mary, but let's see. Bengals look like they're bringing 4 on the rush. All their DBs playing like 5 yards or 7 yards off. 2nd and 10. Mac Jones having to rush. Delivers a bad ball to his running back. 2nd and 10. 19 seconds left on the clock. Patriots need 2 more first down links to even give a good Hail Mary ball, in my opinion. 3rd and 10 for the Patriots. 19 seconds all left. Shotgun. Oh, Jones is oh my God. Another drop by Stevenson. And without the first down, like they're saying, Mac Jones does not have the arm to get that all the way into the end zone. They've got to get first down and out of bounds here to even get a chance at a Hail Mary. First down would put them at their own 49. So 11 yards will put them at the 50-yard line. They need out of bounds and first down. All the Bengal. Oh. And that's going to be a delay of game. Back them up 5 yards. So 4th and 15. All Bengals DBs are playing at least 10 yards off the line of scrimmage, completely playing the line to game. I hate to say this as a Patriots fan, at this point, you run screen. There is no other option. They are playing 10 yards deep. You're obviously, with a 4-man rush, they're getting to Mac Jones. So with that, you need to run screen and hope that your offensive linemen get out the line. Again, all DBs playing, even the linebackers are playing 8 yards, 9 yards off. Jones got a little bit of time, launching a Hail Mary. It looks like he's got a guy. Oh, he underthrows him. Oh, and that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. Bengals are going to win. Rally short for the Patriots. 2 heartbreaking losses back-to-back for the New England Patriots. You got to feel bad for Patriots fans at this point. And that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. What a week of games, though. We had some really close games. We had some blowout games. And of course, as we know, the game of the week is starting here in 2 minutes. Sorry I'm not covering it if anyone's there and watching me today. I really appreciate everyone for dropping in. Y'all have been so huge and appreciate every comment, every engagement. I don't know if Grossi is covering the next game. I'm sure he's got to be. It's got to be game of the week. If so, I'm sure y'all already subbed to Grossi and you already watch him. But if not, for anyone that comes in to watch, please check out Tom Grossi. He's the one that rated my channel and kind of gave me a little more motivation to kind of keep these videos going. With that, great win by the Bengals, great win by the Patriots, great win by, not Patriots, Ravens, and great win by the Bills. And even best win by the Vikings. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much. I'm headed out. I'm about to go play some Stardew Valley with the girlfriend, spend some time with her. Chimera, King, y'all are MVP. Have a great night and Merry Christmas.